Hello, and welcome back to yet another bullshit podcast. I'm Jeremy. He's Dalton. I have a new hat, and it's fucking awesome.
He does have a new hat. And,
I have two new hats, technically. I wore the other one when we started the video chat.
Is that a hat, though?
I mean, it goes on your head, so technically. I bought a full-scale replica of the original Pink Ranger's helmet. Those helmets, it's part of the Lightning collection that they did of like remakes of original Power Ranger stuff. They sell for like $90 or $100 new, right? So GameStop had this one on the shelf on clearance for $80. Well, I happened to see a thing hanging right above it that said all clearance items 50% off. I was like, $40. I was like, Ostara was with me. I was like, tell me I don't need a Pink Ranger helmet. And she was like, you don't need a Pink Ranger helmet? I was like, but it's only $40. And I had like GameStop gift certificates in my wallet anyways. I was just saving for whatever game came out I wanted to get. And I was like, fuck it, I'm going to buy it. It's $40. I can at least sell it for that if I decide I want to sell it. And then I get to the counter and the girl's like, you have your $5 coupon for this month. Do you want to use that? I was like, fuck yeah, I do. It's like $35? Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
So yeah.
That's what's up.
I paid almost as much for this official Yabs Pod merch. Paid $31 for that hat. But I couldn't say no.
The first and only piece.
The first and only piece of legitimate licensed Yab Pod merch.
Yeah.
It's since this is an audio podcast and nobody can see it, there's pictures in the Discord. Go join the Discord. It's a blue trucker cap with the classic white front, and in red text it says, I don't Netflix and chill, I Yabs Pod and fuck.
Yeah.
So yeah, very, very classy. You know, you can wear it to funerals, weddings, church on Sunday, wherever you need to go.
I'd wear it to work.
So how's your...
Not while I was on shift, but...
How was last week for you, Dalton, since we're now recording on Monday?
Yeah, we are starting this episode after midnight.
Yeah, technically it's Tuesday now.
Yeah, technically. Last week was pretty good. I ended up picking up a shift, which ended up causing some drama at work that I won't go into because it had nothing to do with me. It just caused drama. So I have told multiple shift leads recently at work that I don't do drama. I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to fucking work and make money. So like when people, because they tell me like, don't tell this person anything. Don't tell this person anything because they like to gossip. Yeah, I'm like, I don't talk to any of them. Yeah, I talk to Lane because he also plays guitar and he's a stoner and like me and him can relate to things. I have nothing to relate to any of these girls that are like 25 and under that I work with.
Oh yeah.
I have no, like, I don't know what the fuck goes on in their world. I'm out of that loop. But yeah, it's been a good week, man. It's been a good week. I beat Spider-Man. You can hear more about that on the Steam Machine podcast this week. I
screenshot something. I forgot to send it to you today. Apparently, in my Facebook memories from 4 years ago, I had screenshots from Spider-Man where I beat it. Like 4 years ago.
What the fuck are the odds of that?
Yeah.
I learned something interesting. This is a thing that you'll hear on the show as well, but I'll bring it up here. Did you know that they recast Spider-Man for the remastered edition?
Yep. I
didn't realize that.
I was kind of salty about it because my boy Peter was like kind of homely looking, and they fucking like cuted him up a little bit, and I was like, come on, man. Why can't Peter be ugly?
Now see, me and Nate think the new guy looks way more like a Peter Parker than the original
guy. He does, but he's more handsome. The original guy was kind of a dog face.
Yeah, I don't remember the name of the original guy, but I know that the new dude is some British model or something. So.
See, the new dude looks more like a Tom Holland. Like, yeah. He's got the fancy haircut and all that shit, whereas the original dude was more like comic book Peter Parker. His comic book Peter Parker was never like super handsome or anything. He was a fucking science nerd that got picked on, and then he got bit by a radioactive spider and did spider shit. Started shooting web out of his asshole, and
he was Tobey Maguire.
Yeah, who was also not super handsome.
Well, I guess that's in the eye of the beholder.
Yeah, I mean Andrew Garfield, but he can touch my wiener. Like, yeah, he's Australian too. So props to our boy Adam. When you're Australian, you don't start at 0. You start at like 4 and go up. Like, just being Australian, you get bumped up like 4 spots on the 0 to 10 scale.
Yeah, for sure.
Australian, British, South African, pretty much anywhere other than the United States of America, you get bumped up the scale a little bit.
I know this won't offend Adam, and if we have any other Australian listeners, I apologize if this offends you. But I often think about how ridiculous it was that, like, this American woman just met this fucking guy who was the crocodile hunter, and they ended up getting married and stuff. Yeah. Like, right? Because he was super fucking Australian, Steve Irwin, and then his wife, Terry? Yeah, Terry Irwin. Super American.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone. I'm Terry, and this is my husband, Steve. Yeah. Crikey, nice to meet you.
Crikey, nice to meet you.
I often wondered, like, how their sex life would have been. You know, like, she's probably just, not that you can moan in Australian or whatever, but like she's probably like, yeah, give it Steve. And he's like, yeah, you fucking like that? Yeah, you like that? Yeah.
Oh, crikey.
I'm going to jam my thumb in your butthole.
Oh, crikey, I'm coming.
I'm fucking coming, Terry. I'm fucking coming.
Adam, is that how you orgasm? Please let us know. Oh, good day, mate. Okay,
right, well,
so now that we've offended all the Australians, just scratch that country off the listener list.
You need to shave down there, Terry. It's like a fucking koala.
Okay, I want to ask Adam about this. Adam, please respond. Are drop bears real? That's all I'm going to say. Are drop bears real? I'm not going to elaborate.
But I'll wait.
I just want to know if Adam knows what drop bears are and if they're real. Okay, so.
Word? How's your week been, Jerry?
My week has been a fucking drop bear. Let's see. How was my week? It was not bad. I was like struggling a little bit, mental health. But I'm fucking pushing on, you know, memes and all that good stuff. Hookers and cocaine and all the like.
Dude, that meme you shared of the pie.
Yeah.
Cracked me the fuck up.
Dude, I was like,
people that don't know, it was like a blueberry or like some kind of fruit pie with a face on it, where the insides of it were just like bleeding out of the face.
Well, I feel like what they tried to do was like they tried to put a pie crust on top. They tried to cut like a smiley face in it, but the I guess the crust when it cooked like warped a little bit, so it kind of looked like the face on the Necronomicon. And then like it was cherry pie or something, because it was like dark red color had just like exploded through the eyes and mouth, so it just looked like there was a bunch of blood and shit just running out of it. And I think, what did the meme say? It was like, I'm gonna look for it real quick.
It was like I'm okay on the outside, but on the inside I'm this pie or something like that.
No, I think it said something like, this is what I'm like on the outside and the inside. Yeah. Here, I'm going to share it in the no context. Oh yeah, mentally and physically I'm this pie. I'm going to go share that in the no context Discord.
Yeah, the out of context channel. Yeah. At the Discord, which is, you can join by going to bit.ly/TSMP Discord, all capital letters. Yeah, don't be confused by the letters. We're there, we promise.
Yeah, we're under the TSMP umbrella.
Yeah.
Since Dalton does everything for this show, I'm just the talent. Dalton's the director, the editor, the, you know, whatever. I'm just the talent.
I'm the virtuoso. You're the singer.
I show up, read my lines. Dalton yells, cut. I go to my trailer. Fuck a few groupies. You know, my left and my right.
Yeah, your chicks are your left and right.
Anything eventful happened?
The Queen died.
Yes, the Queen died. Sad.
We had the winning score, Betty White, 99.
Yeah, I shared that meme, and I was like, "This is in poor taste, but I don't care."
Yeah. I had a couple of my British friends that shared memes that were far worse than that, so I don't feel too bad.
Well, like I told you, I was like, it's sad because she's like, she ruled for 70 years, but like she was 96 years old. So like I told Dalton, I said she was racist. she was homophobic. And Dalton was like, I didn't know she was racist. I was like, 96-year-old white woman, of course she's racist. But I mean, she lived probably the best life a white woman can live. Like, I mean, even white women have challenges, and I doubt she had any. Like, her challenges were, you gotta marry your cousin and keep the bloodline pure. Like, that was about the challenges she had to face.
I saw a thing that was like, it was, I don't remember if it was a picture of some like UFC fighter chick.
Oh, yeah.
Just like ready, but it had Princess Diana's face pasted over it. Yep. And it was like Diana waiting at the pearly gates for that bitch to come through.
Yeah. I saw one where it was like an old lady had like climbed up a gate. And it was like, Diana, you open these goddamn pearly gates right now. I mean, like, if you love the royal family, condolences. I really can't be bothered with anything that doesn't directly affect me in some way. So and this is no offense, and if anybody can explain this to me, I would love to know why Americans give a fuck. Why do the Americans give a fuck about the royal wedding? It's pageantry. Like, it's the same shit that they watch, like
Miss America,
and America's Got Talent and American Idol. It's just the pageantry of it. Like, I don't really care. The royal family is what's the fucking word I'm trying to think of? It's titular, it's like they don't actually have any power or like stuff like that. My understanding, if I'm wrong, British people yell at me in the comments, call me a cunt, whatever, British people do. My understanding is, yes, she's more like, there's a word for it and I cannot fucking think of it. Oh my God.
Like a scapegoat?
No, it's a figurehead who doesn't have any like real power over laws or anything like that. Somebody's yelling at their phone right now, like, it's fucking blah. But it's 12:30 already.
Like, hey, you know that word.
Yeah, my brain knows it, but it's like, dude, it's 12:30 on a Tuesday morning. Just go to fuck to sleep. Sorry, bitch, we got like 3 more hours to go. We got an abundance of community questions this week. Thank you. We love you all. We're going to be here all night.
Yes, and we're both glad that most of the stuff that we had for topics are not that long, so we can focus on y'all's questions because there's a bunch of good ones.
Oh, yeah. So, the Queen is dead. King Charles took over. He could choose his own name, apparently.
I saw that, and I'm like, motherfucker didn't choose Arthur.
Steph was super upset he didn't choose King Arthur. I would have chose King Dingaling, and that's probably why I'll never be a part of the royal family. Like, I would have been King Dingaling.
I'd have been King Radovid.
Like, could you imagine...
For those who know.
Could you imagine me being her oldest son, going up there to, like, accept the fucking crown or scepter or whatever they do? I don't know because I don't care. And they just be like, so we name you King Dingaling, first of his name, King of the Andals and the First Men. And I'm like, that's right, bitches, and just grab my crotch and like going, But y'all thought that old bitch was crazy. Just wait. Bring me a peasant to kill.
What?
I'm like, I'd be like, from this point on, heterosexual marriages and companionships are banned on the Isle of Britain.
Bro, I gotta tell you that I was pulling up an article for the next thing we're gonna talk about, so I did not hear the first half of that. I just come back in and you're like, I'm gonna grab my dick like, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, motherfuckers, that bring me someone to kill. And I'm like, what the fuck did I not hear?
Basically, I'll never be King of England. That saddens me a little bit because I think I'd do a good job, or be the worst monarch there's ever been. One of the two.
I don't know, man. I don't think you would be as bad as the dude who would just get like tired of a woman and have her beheaded for some stupid reason.
True. No, I would have like the president of the United States. Yeah. I'd have the president come over to the country and I'd be like, hey, what's up, bitch? And just slap the shit out of him. I'd be like, hey, what did 5 fingers say to the face? Slap, slap. Oh, man, I would go buck fucking wild. They should never give me any kind of authority over anything because I will be a fucking nightmare. What's that word? Be unmanageable? When they talk about like, like a bear who comes into a campsite and refuses to leave. It's like be unwielding or something.
Yeah, just be unwieldy. You just gotta be like,
I'm gonna be unmanageable. They're going to be like, we got to fucking assassinate this motherfucker. He's got to go.
He's got to. Well, I don't know. I could think of one guy offhand that's still alive. He's going through some shit, but he's still alive. Sure. So, I mean, he made it through his term. I'm sure. Well, being a king is a lot longer than a president.
Yeah, and presidents are appointed, whereas royalty is aired.
Bloodline.
Dude, if I ever became president, I'm going to go out there on the fucking podium with this fucking trucker hat on that says, out on Netflix and chill. Yeah, it's potted fuck. I'm going to have a button-down white shirt with the sleeves cut off with a fucking, like, one of those, like, ties that's like a bass fish or some shit. Fucking, like, aviator shades and cut off denim shorts. Fucking cowboy boots with no socks.
I'm going to need you to...
I'll go out there fucking stomp and be like, let's get this goddamn country right.
I'm going to need you to grow a rat tail for that.
Yeah. I will grow a mullet for that shit.
There you go.
Full out mullet president. I will be the second biggest embarrassment that office has ever seen.
fucking Vice President Kid Rock.
Yeah. No, it's going to be fucking Bubba Sparks. We're going to change the national anthem to Deliverance.
God. All right, anyway. All of the Walt Disney games announced from the D23 Expo.
Yes.
So I just thought we'd run through this real quick because some of them were pretty chill. So, like, the first one that was announced was Disney Illusion Island.
Send me the link you're using so I can read along because I'm just...
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm just going to be dumb. I was like, what game is that? That's the one with Mickey Mouse?
I should have thought about that before I looked the link. Yeah, it's in the chat now.
Yeah, I got it.
We're professionals.
Sometimes.
Illusion Island, it says, the Fab Four, Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, Donald Duck, and Goofy, have been summoned to a mysterious world to recover 3 magical books in Disney Illusion Island, a brand new 2D adventure platformer from Disney and Dalala Studios.
So I wonder if this is going to be in the vein of, like, Castle of Illusion and stuff like that. That'd be dope.
That's what I was thinking.
The art style, like, I'm not going to watch the trailer, but the art style and the picture on the trailer looks really cool too.
Yeah, I like it because that's like that's almost old school.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I know it's not hand drawn, but it looks hand drawn animation.
I've never played any of like the Castle Illusion games or anything, but I know that they are like beloved by people for being really good.
I haven't played them to any extent. I've played like a level or two, but what I've played of them is, I mean, most of those Disney like 2D platformers were pretty good. Like, what's the Scrooge McDuck games?
Oh, DuckTales.
DuckTales, yeah. DuckTales 1 and 2 were great. I actually got a copy of DuckTales 2 traded in at my store, and I was like, holy shit, this is epic. DuckTales Remastered, I played a little bit of. Somebody traded it in on PS3, and I plugged it in to make sure it worked and played like 4 levels of it because I was like, man, this game's fun as shit.
Yeah, that game's awesome. I have it on Steam. It's really quite a good time. I want to get the, there's like the Disney Classics Adventure Collection that has like 3 or 4 games in it. That are some of the older Disney games that came out in like that era.
The only ones I remember is that Disney collection is the Lion King, Aladdin, and Jungle Book that came out, and that's like a different era than DuckTales and stuff. But yeah, Illusion Island looks really cool. It's let's see. Yeah, choose your favorite character and embark on a grand solo adventure or grab up to 3 friends and play it together in couch co-op as you explore the mysterious island of Monoth to set off on a perilous quest to save the world from disaster. Disney Illusion Island is debuting exclusively on the Nintendo Switch system in 2023. I might have to pick that one up because that seems like it would be... I'm going to look more into it, but it seems like it could be pretty fun.
And it looks like it would sing on the Switch, like, you know what I mean? Like that's
it's like just like
style of game.
It's perfect for the Switch, I think. Now the next game I don't care anything about.
This next one was a surprise to me because I saw Tron and I'm like, oh,
Tron,
and then it was announced that it's a adventure mystery visual novel inspired by the Tron franchise, and I lost all interest. So next was Gargoyles Remastered. And I just want to clarify, it's not that I don't like visual novels, but like when I think about Tron, that's not what comes to my mind.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Give me like something like Rocket League-esque, but with Tron. Like, do you remember there was an old PC game back in the day that I think was made from Half-Life or one of those games as a mod, but it was called Ricochet? and it was like a team-based sport thing.
It sounds familiar.
Give me something like that, but with Tron. Like, that'd be sweet. But up next was Gargoyles Remastered. And I'd forgotten that this game was a thing. And
I fucking loved Gargoyles, too. I loved Gargoyles.
Yeah, I remembered that. I started thinking about it, and I'm like, holy shit, I was on a T-ball team with a kid who had a Super Nintendo, I think it was, or it might have been a Genesis, and he had the Gargoyles game. I remember, it might have even been later than that. I don't remember, but it was a blast. And because I remember he had Gargoyles, he had one of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles games.
Nice.
And then he had Street Fighter, I think, so it had to have been Super Nintendo.
Yeah, probably so.
Anyway. But yeah, this is Stone by Day and Warriors by Night. The Gargoyles live again in Gargoyles Remastered. The classic 90s platformer is coming to modern consoles and PC. Woot! With updated visuals and controls with the help of Empty Clip Studios.
Now, this next game I'm excited for, and I hope it does well because I have it in our video game fantasy league, which I have fallen behind in. Last I looked.
I haven't checked that in a while. You're still in second. You
sure? Because I'd fallen behind somebody.
You are in second with 122.78, and third is Cody.
Is that projected or?
I mean, that's projected, but I mean,
I'm talking about actual scores currently. I think I've fallen behind.
No, not quite. Even with points actual, you're at 83.43, and Cody's at 82.56. I am at 120.63.
Yeah, I think you got this one on lock.
Well, we'll see. I have a couple games coming out sometime soon. But one of my games... Oh, okay, I don't feel so bad. WrestleQuest is summer 2022 estimated, and so is Disney Speedstorm. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have a Metal Hellslinger coming out soon.
Nice. Yeah, so Disney Speedstorm, Start Your Engines, Disney and Gameloft Barcelona treated players to an exclusive look at the first planned update for Disney Speedstorm. This update will introduce a new track, The Factory, and new racers from Disney and Pixar's Monsters, Inc., including Sully, Mike Wazowski, Celia May, and Randall. Get ready to put the pedal to the metal when Disney Speedstorm launches soon on Nintendo Switch, PS5, PS4, Series X, S, and Xbox One and PC. Why are you announcing updates for a game that's not even fucking out yet? It's not an update. It's just a feature. That pisses me off so much. It's not a goddamn update if the game isn't out. It's just a feature. Stop fucking asking us to pat you on the back and say you did a good job because you just did your fucking job. Like, get the game out before you start worrying about adding shit to it. Sorry, that fucking irks me.
Okay. Get it out. Let it out, man. Tell them how you really feel. Oh, I see your cup. How'd them Cowboys do last night?
Fuck that game, man.
I didn't even watch it, but
halftime I came in here and started playing F122 and just like put the game on my phone while it was on the charger. Like, yeah, and fucking Dak Prescott got hurt. He's got to have surgery, so yeah, I'm in an abusive relationship with the Cowboys too, so.
Well, up next was an announcement for Disney's Dreamlight Valley, which I believe is already in early access.
It's out, yeah, because it's on Game Pass.
Oh man. Well, next paycheck, I'm gonna re-up my Game Pass because I want to check this game out because it's basically Disney's version of Animal Crossing,
more or less. And I've heard like it's actually pretty good game from what I've seen.
Yeah. I watched a stream. Outside Xbox did a stream of it, and it looks really fun. I mean, if you're a Disney fan, you know. Yeah. For those already exploring Disney Dreamlight Valley, Disney and Gameloft announced some big news about the game's first content update. And yes, Jeremy, this game's already out, at least in early access.
So this is technically an update because somebody has played it before this came out.
Inspired by Disney and Pixar's Toy Story franchise, you'll soon be able to explore Bonnie's bedroom and solve special quests with Buzz Lightyear and Woody when the new Toy Story Adventure downloadable content pack launches. In the meantime, Disney Dreamlight Valley is available to play now in early access with the purchase of the Founders Pack for Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series S, and Xbox One and PC. Now I'm going to rant for a second. If your game is still in early access,
why does it have DLC?
Don't fucking start talking about DLC.
Yeah.
Just include it in the goddamn game. You want to cover the next one? You want me to run through it?
I'll let you run through it. It's kind of spooky stuff.
Spooky stuff.
That's up your poop chute.
With Halloween officially in full swing at Disney parks, which I have a friend going tomorrow to Disney's Halloween thing.
Nice.
Disney Mirrorverse players are in for wicked in-game treats for this October. Teased at the D23 Expo, players will soon be able to unlock more Guardians and inspired by their favorite Disney villains, including powerful Hades and more villainous surprises in this divergent Disney and Pixar universe. While you wait for a fright, download and play Disney Mirrorverse for free via the App Store or Google Play.
Nice.
So they're releasing another Lego Star Wars game.
Another Lego Star Wars collection. It's not a game. It's another fucking collection because this is a horse they beat until there's nothing left.
I'm confused though because the Skywalker Saga just came out recently.
So the Skywalker Saga is a collection of the Lego Star Wars prequel, original trilogy, and sequel games.
Yeah, and they just released that because somebody in our Factory Sealed community thing that we did, they had that game on their list.
Yeah.
In fact, it was me.
Was it you?
I had that game on the list. I got an 82 for it. So, what the fuck is this?
So this is a special edition one, I guess, because it's the Galactic Edition. I'm assuming it's got DLC or some shit with it. I don't fucking know. Like I said, it's just beating this horse into the ground.
It says it comes with 13 character packs, including 6 new packs that add Cassian Andor, Reva, and Captain Rex, and more. This new edition will feature the largest roster of playable characters in the LEGO Star Wars series. LEGO Star Wars Skywalker Saga Galactic Edition will be available for Xbox One family of devices, including Xbox Series X, PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, and Nintendo Switch and PC.
The way they worded that is weird.
Yeah, available for the Xbox One family of
devices, including Series X, PS5, PS4, Switch, and PC, which makes it sound like PS5, PS4, Switch, and PC are part of the Xbox One family of devices.
One big happy family.
Yeah.
Then they announced the Avatar Reckoning. Listen, people shit all over that movie, and it is what it is. This game looks awesome.
The movie is not bad. When it came out, it was amazing. I didn't like that I felt like they kind of cheated their way into like the #1 box office hit by numbers. Cause they left it in theaters for like 9 months and then they brought it back in theaters in 3D for like 3 more months. But I mean, it was a good movie. I'm excited. I'm probably going to watch the next one when it comes out. I'm not like super, super excited, but I'll definitely watch it at some point. The CG is great in it. The story was great. I like the cast. So, but yeah, this game looked all right because it's an MMO.
Yeah.
Mobile MMO.
Oh, then this isn't the game that I am thinking about. Then I swear that they're doing like an open world Avatar game.
I think so. I think they're doing a movie tie, or no, it's not a movie tie-in, but it's going to be an Avatar game. But yeah, it's supposed to be like a nice fleshed out open world game. I know what you're talking about. This is apparently an MMO RPG shooter on mobile, which that's a fucking mouthful.
Yeah, it is. And I understand mobile gaming, but at the same time, I don't. I don't have any drive to play a shooting MMO on my phone.
No, not at all.
But I guess for people who can't afford to buy consoles, but they have one of these,
yeah,
that's good for them.
Or there's people who don't want consoles, but they may download it on their phone and play it.
Yeah.
The next one, I don't know anything about it, but the title got me super excited. And it's the last one on the list.
I didn't know Disney owned this franchise.
Disney owns everything.
Aliens, Dark Descent. You know what? Now that I think about it, there used to be an alien ride at Disney, didn't there? And they replaced it with Lilo and Stitch. Yeah.
There you go.
That ride scared the shit out of me when I was a kid. Now that I think about it. Anyway, announced earlier this year, Aliens Dark Descent is a tactical squad-based action game set in the iconic Alien franchise. At D23 Expo, a preview of the gameplay showed how players will command colonial marines that find themselves amidst a xenomorph outbreak. The game arrives on PC and consoles next year. Now, I just have to point something out, right?
Yeah.
Disney's Illusion Island, I won't include because, like we said, that seems like it's in the Illusion series. Okay.
Yeah.
But Tron Identity, who the hell was asking for that? Gargoyles remastered, cool, but it's a remaster.
And Disney who was asking for it?
Yeah. Disney Speedstorm, cool, but it's just like Disney doing Mario Kart.
More or less, like it was inevitable. It was going to happen. They did Mickey Speedway on N64, and it was good. So maybe this will be good.
Oh, and I'm not hating on any of these. I'm just like, but Disney Dreamlight Valley is like Animal Crossing, but Disney.
Yeah.
Mirrorverse phone game. Galactic Edition Star Wars, just releasing another game that they had already had.
Yeah.
Then Avatar mobile game. Okay. Aliens Dark Descent sounds like XCOM.
Yeah, I was going to say, it sounds like a real-time strategy game. I'm wondering if it's going to be a first-person shooter, or is it going to legit be like an RTS? We'll have to wait and see more, I guess.
If it's a tactical squad-based game, I bet it's going to play like XCOM.
I'm thinking so.
XCOM, it isn't quite RTS, though. It's more like turn-based, but team-based. I don't know. It's kind of...
Well, I don't know. I guess turn-based strategy, so TBS. TBS. Turner Broadcasting Station.
Yeah, thank you. I couldn't remember what that stood for. I was like, I know it's Ted Turner.
Yeah.
Vince, I'm in the wrestling business. Yeah. So I'll just let you introduce this next topic because.
Oh, yeah. So I'm going to tell you all a story about a time I ejaculated and it wasn't white. So, as Dalton chokes to death. So when I was in high school, I was having problems with my vision. I would just get random blackouts. Like it would just go black and fade back in. And so I told my art teacher about it, but I was 17. I was invincible. I wasn't that concerned about it. But she was concerned about it, so she called my parents and told them. Of course, they flipped out, took me to the eye doctor. Eye doctor does a bunch of tests, couldn't find anything. Take me to the emergency room. They do a bunch of tests. Couldn't find anything. Well, they did a dye test to I forget what it was, to look at the veins in my eyeballs. So they had to inject me with dye, which burns like a motherfucker when they do it. So they inject me with this dye. It fills my bloodstream up, makes it bright orange. They do the test. They don't find anything, whatever. And the guy doing it was like, so just so you know, your pee is going to be orange for a while until the dye works its way out of your system. For anyone who doesn't know, pee comes from your bloodstream. We can talk about that at another point. Pee comes from your bloodstream. Dalton's looking at me like his life just started today. Look it up. It's true. So I forget about it. Going about my business the next day, go to take a piss. It's dark orange. When your pee is dark orange, you freak out a little bit. Because that's probably the color of blood in your urine. Yellow and red make orange. Yeah. So I freak out for a second. I remember. I'm like, oh yeah, the dye test, they said that would happen. So then, 17-year-old, always walking around half-cocked, horny as fuck, 26 hours a day. It's like, I wonder if it makes my jizz orange. So I'm like, I'm going to go rub one out. Fucking get a fucking white paper towel so I have evidence. Go to the family computer because no one's home. Fucking crank one out. Boom. Orange jizz. It was fucking the coolest shit ever. I kind of wanted to show it to somebody, but...
Imagine that was the day that you got caught.
Yeah.
When she just walks in and you just fire off an orange.
Yeah, your mom. Your mom walks in. She's like, "What are you doing?" You're like, "Oh God!" Oh. She's like, "Why is it orange?"
I fucked a pizza, Mom.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I shoved pumpkin spice up my ding dong hole. Imagine that's the day that your girlfriend's like, "Come on my face." And you're like, "Okay." She goes to the bathroom. She's like, "Oh my God, why is it orange?"
Sweetie, I couldn't come. That's why I told you to close your eyes. I had a Cheese Whiz can.
Yeah.
Gave you a couple sprays, called it a day.
So yeah, I had orange jizz.
That's tremendous.
It was tremendous. Like I said, I wanted to show it to somebody. This was not like during smartphone time, so you couldn't like take a picture with your phone. Because I had Snapchatted the fuck out of that jizz rag. But look at my orange jizz, and not with no context whatsoever. But yeah, like luckily, I was a stupid teenager before there were internet documents of stupid teenage shit, so I could just tell people about it. I couldn't actually I wasn't going to carry a jizz rag around with me and be like, look at it, just rub it down their cheek. Look at my jizz.
Look at my cum.
Look at my cum.
I have made art.
Yeah, put a price sticker on it. $672,000.
Somebody be like, I find that brilliant.
It's brilliant.
So the next few topics,
yes,
were like stream of conscious for me over one day. Right, so I'm gonna kind of mix up these orders that we have them in.
Okay,
but so I get to work one day, right, and I hear, "Well, look who it is," and I look up, and it's Savannah, which is my ex-girlfriend. And I was going to go into detail about her this week, but because it's already pushing 1 a.m., we're going to save that till next week. So leave that name on the list for me, sir. But I had been told that since me and her had broke up, she had started taking Xanax again. And dude, that girl was fucked up in there.
Wow.
It's like, hey, how you been? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's good. How's your parents doing? Like, fucked up. And it was, brother, it was like 11:30 in the morning. It was like sad to see almost. So that was the start of that day. So later on that day, this woman comes in, this guy, like, and as she comes in, she knows me. Like, I know her son. She's a crackhead. And she goes, "Hey, Dalton, how you been? Oh, got your hair long. Grew your hair out long. Yeah, I see that. Sometimes it's short, long, short, long, short, long. Now you got a kind of both. You got a shaved underneath and you got long hair on top. I like it. It looks good. I think you look good. It's probably the best you've ever had your hair. I like your hair like that. It looks really good. It's good to see you too, Miss Robin." And she goes over and gets a Western Union. So she comes up to the counter and Jackson does the Western Union for her. Like, with my shift lead standing right there, and like I'm over to the side, watch Jackson give her 20, 40, right?
Yeah.
And the lady takes it, puts it in her purse. They start talking for a minute. She walks off, starts coming back saying that Jackson never gave her the $40. Jackson's like, no, I absolutely did. So anyway, they went on a thing, and she said, "You put it in your purse." And she starts looking in her purse, and she finds the $40 and then starts apologizing to Jackson. Jackson's like, "Yeah, whatever, just fucking go away."
Yeah.
He didn't say that, but you know what I mean.
Pretty much, yeah.
So this guy walks in as this chick's like at the counter, like talking with Jackson and stuff. This guy comes in and he's just like, "Well, hello there, everybody." And my shift lead goes, "Hello, welcome to Walgreens." And he goes, "Red roof?" And she goes, "Walgreens." And he goes, "Yeah, red roof, walls green."
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And so he goes, "Man." So at this point, I'm behind the counter, getting some stuff ready to go and do like trash. So like I'm like putting on gloves and stuff. And he goes walking over to the Halloween and he goes, "Man, I sure could go for some Reese's. You guys got to them Reese's Thins?" And I was like, "Yes, sir." Dude, and this is like at night. This is like, I don't know, 8, 9 o'clock at night. So like there's like nobody in the store. So this dude, you can hear him all over. And I said, "Yes, sir. They're on the next aisle," because he's in like the Halloween section. The candy aisle's the next one over. Yeah. So he goes, "All right." And he starts walking and he starts going, "I love Reese's Thins. I love Reese's Thins." And he walks over into that aisle and he gets them and he goes up to the fucking counter, ends up striking up a conversation with the crackhead lady, and they left together.
She about to go spend that $40.
We were all like, "What the fuck just happened? What in the absolute fuck?" So I had a moment that night. There was 2 other things that happened that night, and then we'll get on to the dragging feet thing. Then I'll cover the other things. Then we get into the questions. But so I'm in the bathroom. I don't know about you, and I don't know about you listeners. I have a shy bladder. So like, if I'm trying to piss in a urinal and somebody's like standing next to me, unless like I am comfortable with them, like just a random person next, I can't piss.
Yeah.
I gotta like, I have to push so hard it'll make me sweat to be able to piss around somebody that I don't know, right? But like, say like you were standing behind me talking to me, like I could take a piss and lean over my shoulder and fucking talk to you. I don't care. I'll piss on your leg. I don't give a fuck. But so there's this guy. I go into the bathroom and I have to piss.
So what if I'm standing behind you and right when you get ready to go, I go, piss for me, daddy.
I'd be like, all right, and I'd piss.
Okay.
Like that's different because it's you. I know you.
Yeah.
Like I'm comfortable talking to you and things like it wouldn't bother me. Even if somebody's in the stall and I'm trying to piss at the urinal and I relatively even feel like that it's going to make me fart, I can't piss.
I'll just rip the fucking fart. I don't give a shit.
So this guy, so the way the bathroom is in the store that I work at is you go for the men's bathroom, is you go in and there's a sink on the right, then there's a urinal, and then there's the stall. There's one stall and it's a big handicap stall, and then there's a sink and a mirror and like paper towels and everything in the stall.
Yeah.
Keep that in mind. So I go to the urinal and I'm trying to piss and I can't piss because this dude's in here. So like I'm just standing there waiting for him to maybe flush so I can try to start pissing while it's flushing.
Yeah.
And I hear it flush, but he doesn't know how to flush it because I've told you before that like you have to hold the handle and nobody fucking holds the handle.
Yeah.
So he hits the thing, gets up, obviously decides it's good enough, comes out of the stall, walks eerily close behind me, and then goes to the sink right next to me where I'm at. He could have easily washed his fucking hands in the sink behind the wall in the stall, not over my shoulder.
Yeah.
And he takes like his sweet fucking time washing his hands. Now, I am a grower, not a shower. So I got my little mushroom out just trying to piss. And this motherfucker, like, he ain't going to get a good look at anything. Like, I'm not going to have half a chick. It's not like one of my chick friends is like, let me see it. And it's getting hard as I'm pulling it out. So I'm like, yeah, check it out. Yeah. It's not like, so this motherfucker, I don't know what he was doing, but took his sweet time washing his hands. And then he like went over and he slowly walked over to the fucking paper towel thing, got his paper towels, turned around and faced me. Wasn't looking at me, he was looking at his hands, but he faced me while he was drying his hands off. And then he tossed it in the trash can and walked out. And I was like, this is the second time today I'm asking myself, what the fuck just happened? Like, was that dude cock watching? Or?
I have to say, you have a topic on the sheet that says, don't hug me, I'm scared. I was so hoping that was where this story was going.
Oh. No, don't hug me, I'm
dude
scared.
Dude comes over and tries to hug you, and you're like, don't hug me, I'm scared.
No, I'll get into that in a minute, but no, that's just like,
would you like a tip to help work on it? Because I had a shy bladder growing up. I don't really have that anymore. Like extreme circumstances, I will, but there's ways to trick your body into not wanting to do that. So what works for me is every time you go take a piss, count down. Be like 3, 2, 1, piss, and start pissing. If you do that every single time you piss, if you really have to piss and you're like in the bathroom with somebody else, you can just be like 3, 2, 1, piss, and like your body will be like, oh yeah, that's what I'm supposed to be doing. Like it works. Like I've used it before. So
yeah,
try
I'll
that.
Give that a shot.
Just every time you go to the bathroom, do something, some kind of trigger every time you go piss. So that way you can kind of trick your body. It's almost like a Pavlovian response where it's like, when I say this, you start peeing. And you're basically showing your dick who's boss. You're like, I'm boss, motherfucker. You do what I tell you to do.
Fun fact: I had to break something that like used to happen to me when I was younger, because when I was younger, the only time I ever had to jerk off is after I would take a shit. Yeah. You know what I mean? So anytime I felt like I had to take a shit, I started being like,
yep,
and getting frisky. And then I was like, oh, I got to break that.
Yep.
I don't need that to be a thing. So,
dude, I was at a family gathering one time, and like one of my mom's cousins or whatever, I'm talking to like my cousin. He's going to leave. He just walks by us and he goes, hey kids, don't jerk off in the shower. Otherwise, when it starts raining, you'll get a hard on. And like that always stuck with me. I don't know why. I was probably like 14, 15 years old. That shit has stuck with me for over 20 years now. So he just walks up because he was always kind of like one of the wild and crazy ones. Yeah, he just walks by. He's like, hey, I think his name was Jody. And he's like, I'm talking with like the fucking Rusty Wallace NASCAR hat, you know, just fucking country boy. He's like, hey, boys, don't jerk off in the shower. Otherwise, starts raining, you'll get a hard on. Just walks off. Drop some sage fucking advice on you like that.
So I come out of the video star for a second. So Jeremy. So I walk out of the bathroom and I go up front, and I think I told Lane about it, or whoever was working up front. I told them about what had happened, and they were like, "Oh yeah, that's weird." I'm like, "Yeah, very weird." And they walk off, or I'm sorry, it was 9:00, so they clocked out, and it was just me and the closing manager left.
Yeah.
So the phone rings. I'm going to try to get through this story without laughing. I don't know why crank calls are still a thing, but I got my first crank call.
Fun stuff.
At the time, I didn't sell it because I don't know if they like can hear what is being said on the phones. You know what I'm saying? Like, So I was like, I just sold it. But in retrospect, when I was trying to tell this story to my mom and my dad, I could not fucking keep it together. So I'm going to try to keep it together on the mic for you guys.
All right.
So I said, hello, thank you for calling the Walgreens. This is Dalton. How may I help you? And I'm going to do the voice that he did. And I'm sorry if it's offensive to anybody, but like, this is exactly what I heard because I didn't even have a chance to speak. It's like, hi, yes. So I just wanted to call up here because like I was in there earlier and I was with this woman. Well, I don't want to say woman. I didn't look her in the face and I don't want to misgender her. So we'll say I was with the person that was in there, but I believe it was a woman. And I was looking at the condoms and she came up to me and she asked me if I needed any help. And I was just telling her that there were so many, I didn't know which one to pick. So she picked out this kind for me and she told me that this looked like it would be a good size for me. And I kind of found that it was very offensive. Like it really, like I just found that was like, why would she assume that any size would fit me type thing? You know? So anyways, I got them because I trusted her opinion and I just said, okay, ma'am. And I took them up front and I was still weirded out about the whole situation. But anyway, so I got them and everything and I came home and I slipped the condom on and we proceeded to start having sex and the condom came off in his asshole. And I am going to sue. I'm going to sue you guys because my condom came off of my penis into his asshole and now we can't get it out. And at this point, I am like, oh my God. So I said, oh, have fun with that. And he went, excuse me? And I said, yeah, I'm just saying, like, have fun with it. I don't know, get some tongs or something. And I hung up. Because, I wanted to immediately establish, like, bro, I'm not going to play into your shit. Yeah. Like, just like, go fuck. Because apparently, so when I was telling my shift lead, Jess, about this, she's like, he called. Oh my God, he's back. So apparently this dude has like done this before.
Nice.
And apparently the best time ever was that there was a girl working up there who was like the Christianest of Christian girls. Didn't know what a Trojan was. And he called up and he asked her if she could go and check if they had any of the extra small Trojans. And her response to him was, "Sir, what is a Trojan?" And it apparently threw him completely off his game because he was not expecting someone to innocently ask what a Trojan is. Like, yeah. Nice. So I told her, I said, man, I should play dumb to him next time and be like, sir, what is a condom? And what is this asshole you speak of? I've never heard any of these things before.
No, what you got to do next time is you got to be like, okay, so here's what you got to do. Don't worry, I've been in this situation a bunch of times. This is what you got to do. All right, now, you're going to want to spread his butt cheeks far apart as you possibly can. All right? You're going to want to fucking get that mouth nice and circular. Like you see the fucking, you know how chicks used to do the duck face? Kind of do the duck face, part your lips a little bit, but pout your lips out. You want them to be like nice and soft. So you're going to want a good seal and then put your mouth up against the butthole and just get in there deep. And like I said, you want that seal and then just as hard as you can and you'll suck that condom right out.
Right out.
Now that you know he's crank calling, like, you should have done that shit. That would have been the best ever.
Yeah, if there's no customers around.
Yeah.
Because if there's a customer around, I'm just going to be like, I'll tell you what, get some thick gloves and some Astroglide, you'll be good. I'm gonna do that shit in front of the 84-year-old lady trying to pay for her denture cream. Excuse me, ma'am, we have a medical emergency on the phone.
Like I'll be telling him that, and I'm gonna look at like pull the phone down, look at her, like, you know what I'm talking about, right? Like, you've had a condom slip off in your asshole before, haven't you? You look like a freak.
You know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah. Well, back in my day, we didn't use condoms.
We didn't use condoms, my God. Hold on, let me save this so I don't fucking... Okay, there we go. So the other thing about that happened, and I don't know if it was that night or what, because there's like it blurred together all these things that happened, but I'm pretty sure all this happened in one night.
Yeah.
So it's quiet at night up there when it's just like me and the shift lead, and there's nobody in the store. It's fucking quiet, other than the stupid ass music playing.
The Muzak.
Power break. Yeah. Old Jurassic 5. Yeah. Anyway, these two ladies come in. Hi, welcome to Walgreens. Hello. And I can just hear their feet just scuff, 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 scuff. And I'm like, oh my God. So as they're just shuffling their fat asses around the store. Now, I'm fat too. I just want to clarify. But I lift my feet when I walk. So they're just fucking shuffling. And I can just hear them skirt, 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 skirt. It almost drove me fucking mad. I was so happy when they fucking left. Why do people drag their feet when they walk? Like, why?
Dude,
are you just too lazy to lift your fucking legs? Like, I don't understand.
Bad for that. I used to get yelled at for that all the time as a kid because I just drug my feet everywhere.
Oh, it's so annoying. Oh my God.
I would get yelled at for it constantly.
Well, fuck people like you, Jerry.
I don't do it anymore, but I used to.
But man, just fucking please, if you're listening to this and you drag your feet, practice lifting them. Yeah, because people who have like sensory things where like little things will annoy the shit out of them if they hear it too much, like drives me fucking nuts.
Yeah.
There's a certain, and like this one's less controllable, but also controllable in a way. If your kid is freaking the fuck out and screaming and crying and stuff, like take that motherfucker outside, please.
Yeah.
Like, don't make everyone else just endure that shit because you know how to tune it out. Yep. Fuck. My God. There was a kid the other day that the mom was just like, nope, you can't have that. And it just threw a fucking tantrum. And I'm talking like, was like looking at me while I'm ringing up her mom, just like holding eye contact, like looking at me. And I'm like, what the fuck? Kid, this is the creepiest thing I've ever experienced. It's just this kid having a meltdown just staring at me.
It's like, kid, I'm not your mom. I'll take my belt off.
Yeah. It's like, I'll buy you a candy bar to shut you the fuck up. I don't care if your mom gets mad at me or not. Like, God, that's what you want. Get that fucking Snickers. I'll ring it up. Goddamn, fuck your mama.
Yeah. I have a similar story. So apparently we were in Food Line one time when I was a kid, and I was being a little shit. So apparently I wanted a golden book, like a little golden book. And my mom was like, you're not getting it because you showed your ass while we were in the grocery store. So basically, like, I, like, being a kid, like, grabbed it and put it up there. My mom was like, no, we're not getting this, and put it back on the shelf. So we left. The guy behind us, apparently, like, my mom was there with, like, me and my very baby brother at the time. Saw that interaction, and, like, I guess he was trying to, like, flirt with my mom or something, bought the book and, like, followed her out into the parking lot. I was like, oh, here, look, I bought this for your son. She said thank you. The guy walked off, and I was all like smug because I got the book. So she snatched it out of my hand and slung it across the parking lot. I was like, I told you, you're not getting that book. Like, dude, it was great.
So no, Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. So it's on YouTube.
Okay. You
can find it. It's short. They're short episodes. I think there's like 6 or 7. But they announced that they're doing a season 2. And they, like, people who have liked this thing, like, have been waiting for more Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. It's how do I explain it? You know that feeling that you get whenever you're done with an episode of Black Mirror?
Vaguely.
Like, just like you finish it and you're just like, oh man, that was fucking, what just happened? Like, what was that? Like, what the Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared gives you that in about fucking 8 to 10 minutes.
Nice.
If that. Like, these fucking episodes, and they're like, watch them in order. Like I said, I think there's 6 or 7 of them. It'll take you an hour and a half at tops. it's just really good. I just wanted to recommend it to everybody. Spooky season's coming up. You want to mind fuck? Go check out Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. And then more will be coming out later this year.
Or follow Dalton into a bathroom and try to hug him while he's at the urinal.
Depending on who you are, I won't be able to piss. And depending on who you are, I might bust a nut. Yeah. Let's do it.
If it's me, he's going to bust a nut. For sure. Because I'm going to give a little reach around action.
Waggle the balls.
Yeah.
Gargle the gravy.
I'm the motherfucking king of England, bitches.
The last thing I want to touch on before we get into the songs of the week and all the questions that we got. So a friend of mine, I won't give her real name, but she started an OnlyFans.
And we are 1,000% in support of anyone wanting to use their naked body to make money.
Yeah,
I fully endorse and support anybody who wants to do that. Male, female, whoever. You can get somebody to pay for it, fucking make them pay for it.
Absolutely, dude. Like, and she is super pretty. And just like, I don't know. I might be a little biased because like she's super chill and like we're friends. You know what I mean? But like, I do want to like, so her OnlyFans is Squishable Soap. Squishable and then like SOPH.
Yeah.
So like
Dalton can link it in the show notes if he remembers.
Yeah.
I'm 100% okay with OnlyFans links in our show notes. I feel like maybe we should require that. Just random OnlyFans accounts in the show notes.
Every week, just like, here's an OnlyFans to check out.
I did look at her OnlyFans. I did not subscribe to it because I am the poor. But it's only like $6 a month and she has a picture of her butt as her cover. And it looked like a nice butt.
It's a nice butt. It's a very nice butt.
If you're curious, drop $6. You'll get 30 days worth of butt.
And she's shown more than that too. Yeah. Like she's new. Like she just started it. So like she's getting, like getting what's how they say that? Like getting your wings wet or whatever. Getting your feet wet in it.
Getting your feet wet. Yeah.
Yeah. But yes. So I just wanted to give her a plug because she's super chill.
Hopefully she's getting more than her feet wet. Ba-dum.
Boom. But yeah, like I can say from experience, it's worth the money. Nice. Especially if you're into like the alt girl look. Like,
oh yeah,
it's worth the money. Anyway, I just wanted to give her a shout out. She also convinced me to buy New World, so I've been playing that a little bit.
Nice,
dude. People can say what they want about that game because there's very mixed reviews and stuff. The fishing mechanic is a blast.
Nice.
Like I'm immediately like, oh my god, I'm going to do way too much fishing and gathering in this game. Yeah. Anyways, man, let's do our songs of the week. What you got, my brother?
So my song is a decidedly British song called "The Good Ship Lifestyle" by Chumbawamba. You may remember Chumbawamba from "I Get Knocked Down, but I Get Up Again. You're never gonna keep me down." But they had that whole album fucking bangers. I love them because they're a British band who sing with British accents, which doesn't happen as much as you might think. And I found out why so many British singers sing with American accents. It's all in who you emulate when you're learning your talent. It's like if you listen to Elvis Presley or Mick Jagger or whoever, well, I guess not Mick Jagger, but you listen to American singers, you emulate the way they sing, including their accents. So that's why like a lot of foreign singers sing with American accents.
That makes sense to me. Word. Well, yeah. I couldn't have told you one other song by Chumbawamba, so I'll have to check that one out.
Did you listen to that one? Because I sent it to you.
I don't believe... Oh, actually, maybe I did. Now I don't remember. I'll listen to it again, though.
Yeah. It's a good song. I fucking love it.
So mine, I was at work, and every now and then they'll play a song that's decent, right?
Oh, yeah.
And I was in the back room doing like some reshuffling of stock and things like that.
He was jerking off in the stock room.
Yeah, I was jerking off in the stock room. You know me.
Yeah.
Coming on them Oreos, putting them back in.
Double stuffed. I'm a triple stuff.
And I thought this was fitting because we were talking about covers recently, and they played Seal's version of "Fly Like an Eagle," and that's so fucking good, dude. Like he fucking killed that song. I think he made it better than the original. Like Steve Miller's version is obviously legendary.
Oh yeah, but Seal's is just on another level.
But Seal really like put some heart into that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just it came out really fucking good. So that's my pick of the week. It's one that probably no one ever thought would be my pick of the week.
You know what that song? The song title makes me think of though. I Believe I Can Fly by R. Kelly. And then I always think about that, but I always think about the version we sang in school. I got shot by the FBI. All I wanted was a chicken wing. And they shot me in my ding-a-ling.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, I love it.
I think that might be because both those songs are in Space Jam.
Yeah.
So that could be.
I had the Space Jam, not the soundtrack, a single from the soundtrack of I Believe I Can Fly. You remember when you could buy CD singles?
Oh, yeah.
Or Ka-singles?
Oh, yeah. Ka-singles.
Ka-singles were great.
Yeah, what a waste of plastic.
Oh, yeah. It's like, why not just put the whole fucking thing on there?
All right. You ready for some community questions? I say some.
Let's do it. We have a lot.
Here. Are you ready for the plethora? Shout out. Like, listen, when we see that we have this many questions, it warms our hearts.
Yes.
Because
we love your questions.
Listener base. Yeah, for sure. Like, if we could get this to where like we just answer y'all's questions and we can just fuck off and we just that would be sweet.
We just talk about a couple of stories and then answer community questions. Fucking great.
For sure. So up first we have Kana with what is your favorite comfort food?
So this has been a source of debate for me with many girlfriends. I make a lasagna.
It's not a comfort food.
I make a lasagna. It was what my mom made me as a kid, and it is my ultimate comfort food. But countless girlfriends have said it's not actually a lasagna because I make with lasagna noodles, ragu traditional old world style sauce, and grated Parmesan cheese, and that's it. So it's just like noodle sauce Parmesan, all the way. I use like two 1 pound boxes of noodles. So it's a fucking chunky boy. And it's dense as shit, but I fucking love it. It's my favorite thing on the planet. And like, that's what if I'm really in a bad way, I'll buy the shit and make a lasagna and it just makes me feel better. But every fucking girlfriend says that's not a real lasagna because you don't have meat or vegetables or like actual cheese in it or whatever. I'm like, fucking lasagna noodles in it. It was fucking lasagna. So
yes. So in that situation, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
I consider that would just be like a lasagna.
I call it just for poor man's lasagna. That's what I jokingly nickname it. I had a friend of mine who said that she was going to make some chili one time because we used to host WWE pay-per-views here. Yeah.
And we'd make food and stuff when we were going to make chili. So I made chili that was super fucking spicy.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's just how I am. And then Veronica brought chili, which is Danny's girl. Veronica can't eat tomatoes because she has IBS, right? And she can't really, like, she doesn't use chili powder or anything like that.
Irritable butthole syndrome.
So her chili was just basically like some boiled beef with some beans in there. And I was nice about it to her.
Yeah.
But like to my dad later and stuff, I was like, you can't fucking call that chili.
No.
It doesn't have chili powder. It doesn't have tomato.
That is taco stuffing.
If that, it's wet tacos.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
That's like the shit you scoop out with like the slotted spatula and fill your taco with.
And then put shit on it that tastes good.
Because
you're just having some bland ass beef and beans.
But like I said, I don't knock what people like to eat. So, because I eat some weird shit.
And that was the thing. Is I took hers and mixed it with some of mine.
There you go.
Which leveled out the spice a little bit. But I was just like, I told her at one point later on, I said, just so you know, it was good, but I don't know if you can call it chili because there are no chilies or chili powder in it.
Yeah.
That's what makes it chili. Yeah. I was like, now we can come up with a new name for it. It'd be a whole Ronnie dish. That's cool. Yeah. I was like, I don't know if you should call that chili because it's going to give people expectations.
Speaking of chilies, I just thought of a funny ass joke. So I'm going to tell a joke. A man walked into a bar with a monkey on his shoulder. Bartender's like, hey, you can't bring a fucking monkey in this bar. He's like, oh, I promise he won't be any trouble. He's just going to sit here. I just want to drink a beer. I'll leave. Bartender's like, okay. So the guy sits down, orders his beer, starts to drink it. Monkey jumps off his shoulder, runs down the bar, grabs a bunch of pretzels and nuts out of the bowls and starts eating them, snatches some french fries off somebody's plate, starts eating them, jumps over on the pool table, grabs a cue ball, puts it in his mouth and swallows it. And the bartender's like, God damn it, you and that monkey got to get the fuck out of this bar. And the guy's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'll pay for the damages, pays for everything, gets the monkey, leaves. He comes back like a month later, has the monkey on his shoulder. And he's like, dude, no, you're not bringing that fucking monkey back in my bar. And the guy's like, no, I swear he's different. He's not going to do that anymore. I just want to drink a beer. And the bartender reluctantly is like, okay, drink your beer. He gets out of line. You're getting kicked out of here. So he's like, sits down, starts drinking his beer. Of course, the monkey jumps off his shoulder, runs down. Said they had a jar of peppers on the bar. The monkey grabs a pepper, sticks it up his ass, pulls it out, and eats it. And the bartender's like, nope, you're out of here. The guy's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'll pay for everything. Grabs the monkey, puts it on his shoulder, goes to pay for it. The bartender's like, I have a question before you leave. He's like, okay. He's like, why did the monkey stick the pepper up his ass before he ate it? He's like, oh, ever since we were in here a month ago and he swallowed that cue ball, he measures his food before he eats it.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Like
what's your comfort food, Dalton?
Pizza. And okay. So I don't know. It's either pizza or cheeseburgers.
I'll say, what's the one thing if you're like super depressed and down in the dumps that like you can turn to food wise that makes you feel better?
Just a good ass fucking like a good cooked double cheeseburger.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean, like here lately I've been doing diner style.
Oh yeah.
So like I put the I almost said styrofoam. The cast iron is way different.
Yeah. Yeah, that's don't put styrofoam on the stove, kids.
No, don't do that at all. Fucking please don't do that. Yeah. But you put the cast iron skillet thing, which is like it covers 2 burners.
Oh yeah.
Over the 2 burners. And I let that motherfucker get hot, and then I do balls of the ground beef.
Yeah.
And I'll drop them on there and let them sear for a second, and then I smush them with the spatula.
Do you really mix raw egg into your burger meat?
No.
Okay, I know a lot of people put like an egg in with it. Something to do with keeping the meat juicy or something. I don't know.
It's supposed to help bind it together, but fuck. If you know what you're doing,
true,
you don't need to do that.
No.
So here's my tip.
I make my burgers. I roll the meat up and I stick it between my butt cheeks and just do like a couple kegels. Make some crate burgers. Fucking Cartman burgers.
I was just about to say, it's like that episode of South Park where they're like, how does these burgers taste like all the fast food stuff at once?
Yeah.
So what the fuck was I talking? Oh, so like, yeah, I prefer the diner style. The egg thing is for binding. The trick, and I think it's also like if it's to help keep juicy. If you want your burgers to be juicy, don't overwork your meat.
That's what she said.
But I mean, I'm being serious though. Like when I get when we get the ground beef, my dad will go to the butcher and he buys like 5 pounds of it, right? Yeah. And he splits it up to 1.25 pounds. And I usually get 4 to 5 patties out of that the way I do them. I reach in the bag, I like pinch off, a nice little size of it. Yeah. I form that into a ball, and that is all I do. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't fuck with it anymore until I smash it down. Because the more you fuck with it, the more the proteins activate, the tougher the meat's going to be. Yeah. And I promise you, any burger that I ever hand you, when you fucking bite into it, it's going to be juicy and it's going to be delicious.
So do you not mix shit in with it?
It depends. It depends because I have a spice mixture that I like to put in there sometimes. Sometimes I just do salt and pepper. And the pepper, I'll maybe mix in with the meat, but usually if I'm just doing salt and pepper, I just hit the outsides.
Yeah, I was going to say, because even if you have like a spice blend or something, couldn't you like dust or paint it on or like brush it on while it's cooking? Or, I mean, wouldn't that be about the same?
Absolutely. Yeah. And that's one of the things that I've stopped doing is really working the spices into the meat. That's what I used to do. And since I've stopped doing that, my burgers have gotten more juicy. So like now I kind of just hit them as they're cooking. But like, no, dude, if you want like a really tasty, like if you want someone to be like, damn, this burger's fucking good.
Now,
salt.
I don't eat burgers or cook burgers, but in my personal experience, the harder I work the meat, the juicier that tends to get.
Oh my God.
Sex joke.
But if you want to like just put some spices on your meat, I recommend salt, pepper. Well, my only recommendation with salt is put salt on right before you're about to start cooking. Otherwise, it's going to start breaking the meat down because that's just what salt does. So pepper, paprika, and a lot of paprika. Like not a gross amount of paprika for the burgers, but like definitely put like a decent amount of shakes into there. Then some ground mustard, some onion powder, some garlic powder, and a little bit of cayenne pepper if that's your thing. And mix that up without over mixing. Form your patties. You're good to go. Or, like I said the other way, make a ball, drop it on a skillet, let it sear for like 10, 15 seconds, smash that motherfucker down, hit it with salt and pepper, you're good to go.
Nice.
And they're delicious. And that's comfort food, man, because it's quick and easy and delicious.
Oh, yeah. Now, that lasagna is not fucking quick at all. I remember showing like pictures. Like that shit, when the stove I have sucks, but it took like an hour for that stock pot to start boiling. Like it still wasn't quite boiling. It was like little tiny bubbles on the bottom. But I was just like, I'm tired of fucking waiting and just dump the noodles in. They cook through fine, so... I think I added like 2 minutes to the boil time because they weren't fully boiling yet. Worked out fine. It's hard to fuck up pasta. To me, the biggest way you fuck up pasta is to overcook the noodles. I'd rather them be undercooked than overcooked.
I really like al dente pasta.
Yeah.
But I'm also like one of those people that if somebody hands me a bowl of pasta or noodles or whatever and they're like overcooked, I don't care. I'm not a stickler for that.
When they get to the point they're like mushy, I can't do it.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me.
No.
Like, I'll still eat that shit.
I'd rather...
I tell you what, I prefer spaghetti microwaved the next day.
Yeah.
I don't know how to fucking explain
1,000%. Yep.
But
you know what?
If you make spaghetti and
you know what I
it the
do
next day,
when I make pasta like that? Because the sauce dries up. The noodles absorb the moisture. The sauce dries up in the refrigerator. So I will put the leftovers on a plate and I'll just get like the can of ragu or whatever and I'll pour some extra sauce on top of it, stick it in the microwave and then mix it all back up so it's all like nice and juicy. And yeah, eat the shit out of it. Hamburger Helper is really fucking good the next day.
Yeah, dude, I haven't made Hamburger Helper in so long. I should make some.
I have made Hamburger Helper before and contemplated just putting it in the fridge and eating it the next day because like when it sounds gross as shit, but when it like all congeals up and shit, that's so much better.
That's like anything that you make, like say like coleslaw, potato salad, macaroni salad. It's going to be all right when you first make it, but that shit the next day, it's because all the flavors have a chance to mix and meld together overnight. And fuck, I love food so much.
That's what I was telling my ex one time. I was like, when you make pasta, I was like, when you boil the noodles, you turn the eye off, you dump the noodles in the strainer, put the pot back on the eye, and dump the sauce in the pot and let the residual heat kind of cook the sauce a little more. Like, oh, fucking great.
Always, if you're doing like, I think if you're making your own sauce, like an Alfredo or something like that, always keep some of your pasta water to use. Yeah. It's a good it helps thicken stuff. Like
I don't make my own sauce.
If you're making a roux.
I'm weird about chunks in my sauce, so that's why I go like Ragu traditional because it's about as watered down a sauce as you can possibly get. You'll get like small pieces of onion and stuff, but if I don't see them, they don't bother me. If I see them, I'm kind of just like, even though I know I'm eating them. I don't know.
I got to tell this story on myself. So when I was younger, about me, we were talking about showing asses earlier. Oh yeah. Except this was at home. My dad made stuffed shells for dinner. Have you ever had stuffed shells?
Oh, yeah. Italian or Mexican?
Italian.
Okay.
So, do you like them?
I make my own. They're really good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. So when I was a kid, my dad told me that I asked him, "Are there onions in it?" And he said, "There's onions in the sauce."
Yeah.
And I said, "I don't want to eat it." And they were trying to make me eat it, and I was freaking out and crying. I have this vivid memory. We still lived in Jacksonville. That's how young I was, because I moved here in first grade. Yeah. So like, this was before first grade. I still have this memory of sitting in their bed, fucking screaming and crying because I didn't want to eat them. And my dad's like, "Will you just try one? If you don't like it, I'll cook you whatever you want, but please just try one of these for me. Just take one bite." And I finally gave him one bite, and that shit was delicious.
You were like, "Oh my fucking entire
plate." And then I apologized to him for being a baby about it, and he was like, "It's all good, man." He goes, So that was like, from then on, he was like, "I'm your dad. Trust me. I'm not going to steer you wrong."
Yeah.
And now when me and him are like, when I bring him something to try food-wise, and he looks at me, I'm like, "Trust me. Just trust me." Because me and him have like similar flavor palettes. You know what I mean? So I'm like, if I like it, you're probably going to like it. Just try this.
Dude, so I make my own stuffed shells. I get the jumbo like macaroni shells, boil them up. I get like 1.5 pounds, 2 pounds of ground turkey meat. Because I've gotten to where I like turkey meat more than ground beef. But it has to be the 85-15, because like the 93.7 or 97.3 is too dry. So yeah, like 85-15, drain the grease out, mix the big container of ricotta cheese, the turkey meat, ragu sauce, the 6 cheese Italian blend, some Parmesan, like grated Parmesan in it, and then it's like Italian seasoning or something with a little spice. Put all that in a bowl and just fucking mix it all up. Then just scoop that into the jumbo macaroni shells, lay them out in a casserole, like put a bedding of sauce in the casserole dish, lay those out in the casserole dish, then just like glob sauce over top of them, sprinkle your 6 cheese Italian blend on top, stick them in the oven at like 350 for 20 minutes, let everything melt and congeal together. Oh, and they're good as shit out of the oven. They're orgasmic the next day. Like, Jesus Christ, they're good the next day.
Yeah, dude, that's another one. It's like any Italian food.
Oh yeah,
it's just really good the next day.
Yep.
Even soups, like fuck, they're so good the next day.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, you actually go harder on those than we always did. Like, I think when my dad would make stuffed shells, and I need to make them soon and see how I can do it making them. But like, his was just like ricotta that he would season and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And he would just stuff his with just the cheese, and then just like hit him with the sauce, and that was it.
I mean, cheese stuffed is good, but like, I don't know.
No, what I'm thinking to myself is, I've never had them with meat.
Try that.
Awesome. Yeah.
Try, like, I can text you what I use and like how I do it. I eyeball all the shit. I don't like measure shit out. I just buy enough to make a shitload, mix it up, and make a shitload.
My sister one time asked, and I'm the same way, by the way, because my sister asked me, "How do you make your ribs? Like, what do you like? How much do you put into your rub?" And I was like, "Hold on," and I video called her, and I asked my dad to come in there, and I had him hold the phone, and I said, "I want you to watch me make this rub, because I don't measure shit, so I want you to kind of gauge." And then my dad's like seeing how much I'm putting in there. He's like, "All right, that's about 2 tablespoons."
Nice.
So she's like writing it down, like just generals, like she's just about 2 tablespoons.
Probably way fucking off.
I get the paprika, and it's like, my dad's like, probably like half a cup, maybe 3/4 of a cup. Like, I use a lot of paprika in my rib rub, but it's like, that's the barbecue. That's one of the barbecue flavors is paprika. Like when you get a fucking barbecue Lay's chip, one of them very potent flavors you taste is paprika.
I fucking love barbecue. I hate barbecue sauce, but I love barbecue chips. It's weird. I'm fucking broken inside.
I have never had a barbecue sauce that tasted like a barbecue chip.
Maybe that's
even though like they claim that it's like KC's sauce that makes the barbecue chips or whatever. But I don't know. I've never had KC's sauce.
I don't know.
But I can tell you that I eat Sweet Baby Ray's, and I never had a fucking chip that tastes like that.
Yeah. All right.
Sweet Baby Ray's is just like sweet and spicy, but we can move on from food.
Yeah. We spent 20 minutes talking about that, and it didn't really have anything to do with the question. So, yeah, thanks, Colin.
I'd say about like 10 minutes of my conversation was about fucking burgers.
True.
So this next question is for you, sir.
Yes.
What is the most expensive thing that you have had passed through your shop? That is from Kana.
Expensive? I don't see a lot of like real high dollar shit. So the most expensive thing I probably sold in the store was my copy of Clay Fighter Sculptor's Cut on N64 because I sold it during the pandemic. I sold it loose cart for like $1,000, which I mean, wow. I bought it for $350, so that was a pretty decent return on investment. Some cool expensive stuff I've had come through. I had a MSX2 computer come through with like controller, like Castlevania, Rambo, a bunch of games, the disk drive, all kinds of cool shit. Right now I have a copy of Power Slave on Sega Saturn, which is like a $400 Saturn game. That's on the shelf right now.
Power Slave.
I've had a not for resale copy of Ocarina of Time come in the store. I've had a really, really nice complete in-box copy of Knuckles Chaotic for 32X. That sold pretty high. I mean, I get the regular stuff like Parasite Eve. I had a DuckTales 2 come in the store. That was pretty cool. I always love when I get that shit, like the shit you don't see all the time. Because DuckTales 2 was only like, I don't remember, it was like $125 or $225 or something. It wasn't like super expensive, but it's just cool to be like, man, there's not a lot of copies of this. And like, I just had Lone Ranger for NES come through the store. And I sold it for like $80, so it wasn't super expensive, but it's just like, this is cool because you don't see this all the time.
Yeah, it's not like somebody bringing in another copy of Super Mario 3.
Yeah.
Or something. Yeah. You know? Yeah, I totally get that. All right.
Yeah.
So this is from Nate, my buddy who does Steam Machine with us, the Steam Machine podcast. Jeremy thinks he can kick every animal's ass in a 1-versus-1 fight. So what's the prehistoric beast that could take him down? A saber-toothed tiger? A woolly mammoth? A velociraptor? So what's your answer to
Listen here, sir. When I put on my Yabs Pod trucker cap, my aviator shades, my cutoff button down, ain't nothing kicking my ass. I'll take them all at once. You line them up, I'll fucking knock them down.
Okay, I'm going to vote any of those is going to fuck him up.
Dude, if
I'll give you a decent sized bear. Okay, you might stand a chance. Okay, there's no way that you're going to survive a velociraptor. Dude, because where there's one, there's 15.
They couldn't kill them fucking kids in Jurassic Park. They can't take me.
No, but they could kill the dude with the gun.
Fuck him, though. He was a pussy.
Clever girl.
He had to hide him with a gun. I'm going to just...
Saber-toothed tiger.
I'm going to just walk out there in the middle of the fucking thing and rip my shirt off. And it's like, ah!
A saber-toothed tiger will eat your ass.
So. No, I'll fuck him up.
And then a woolly mammoth's just going to step on you. Like,
no.
You would have the most chance killing the mammoth because you might be able to scale it and stab it in the head or something.
Yeah, like cavemen killed him. There's no way I could.
The saber-toothed tiger's going to fuck you up.
No, I'm going to go hand to hand with him.
So this led Nate to his second question. Fuck, marry, kill. A saber-toothed tiger, a woolly mammoth, and a velociraptor.
So... I think I'm going to have to fuck a saber-toothed tiger. There's something kind of sexy about those. Just don't try to get head from it because it does have some pretty big teeth. Probably have to marry the woolly mammoth because it seems like it'd probably be a pretty good provider. So I guess I got to kill the velociraptor, but I already killed him in the first question, so... I'm going to kill the saber-toothed tiger first, rip those big-ass teeth out of his head, and use those to murder the other two.
The velociraptor is going to kill you before you know what even's going on.
No, he's fucking done. I'm going to get him in that kitchen, and I'm going to fuck his ass up with frying pans like that goddamn Florida man with the alligator.
Did you not listen to Dr. Grant? He said that they will come at you from where you least expect it, and they will gut you. And then they will begin to eat your insides while you're alive.
Like I said,
so the blood keeps them warm.
Trucker hat, aviators, button down with the sleeves cut off, ripping that motherfucker off. So that's going to be gone.
Ricky Bobby, this thing doesn't work.
I'm going to be standing on top of that table in the kitchen like, bring it on, you motherfuckers. And when they jump at me, I'm going to just get them in a fucking headlock and just, and go to sleep, you motherfucking velociraptor. I'm going to kill him, fucking crack the neck, rip that big ass toe off. And then when the other one comes at me, it's just going to be right through the bottom of the mouth, right into the brain. Dead. His brain's small, so it's going to take a very precise shot. Then, like I said,
you better have some X-ray vision.
Yeah. And then I'm going to ejaculate on their bodies.
Jesus, okay,
just to fucking mark my territory. Like, this was me. Then, like, Dr. Grant comes in, he's like, there's dead velociraptors in the kitchen. They're covered in semen. And I'll be like, you're right. And I'll do the fucking CSI thing, take my sunglasses off and be like, you're goddamn right they are.
You're goddamn right they are.
You're goddamn right. Anybody else want to go?
So I am going to fuck the velociraptor because I feel like that'd be a good time. There's always a bunch of them, so it'd be like an orgy. I'm going to marry the saber-toothed tiger because I feel like it would keep me warm and protect me. I'm going to kill the mammoth because I prefer mastodons.
Well, there you go. Saber-toothed tiger won't protect you from me, though, because I'm going to fucking kill it.
I don't need protecting from you.
True.
You're just a big teddy bear.
I would be like on the back of your saber-toothed tiger choking it out, and you're like, whoa, 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 you two stop. We're all friends here. I'm like, oh yeah, my bad, Sabertooth.
No problem. Whoa.
What the fuck? I'm like, oh, by the way, I'm the one who shit in your big litter box over there.
As long as you don't shit in my bed.
Yeah.
If a video game were to become a real life event, which would you want to participate in? Note, there are no consequences of dying. That is from Jeff.
So I'm assuming this is going to be some kind of like story game where it's...
Maybe. Or
like not like F122 or Farming Simulator or Animal Crossing. Like I feel like
no, fuck it.
Not...
If that's...
I feel like this needs to be some kind of story game where something has happened in the world.
See, that's not where my brain went.
Well, that's where my brain went.
My brain went to Grip and Wipeout, just like racing at like 500 miles an hour or higher. Like just.
I feel like it needs to be a story game.
Okay. Okay. No, I was kidding. What's your choice?
What is my choice? Detroit Become Human. Sentient android people. Yeah.
Why not? They probably exist already. We just don't know.
Yeah. I'm going to get me a super hot one. I'm going to marry it and I'm going to treat it so good.
I'm going to get Lucy Liu.
Yeah.
In Futurama.
Yeah. Yeah, like I'm going to get it. I'm going to treat it so good that when the robots rise up, they're going to let me be part of their rank because I treated my wife so well. He ate my robot ass so good. We weren't even programmed to enjoy it, but I do.
My answer is grip and Wipeout. Just I feel like it would be really fun to just be able to like not worrying about dying, and being able to like just race at whatever fucking speeds. Like I think in Grip you go like 400 or 500 miles an hour. I think a Wipeout you're doing like 700 or whatever the fuck. You know, it's some ridiculous amount of speed.
I can't wait because Jeff commentates when he listens to our shows. I cannot wait for him to realize that I answered this question by what universe would be the best one for me to eat ass in.
Yeah, I do like that Jeff does that. Like I can always tell where he's at. In the
it's always fun. I love it. Keep it up, Jeff.
Fantastic. So his next question was, if you were to go 1v1 against, and for you it was a famous F1 driver, and for me it's a famous wrestler, who would it be?
So for me, the F1 driver would be Sebastian Vettel because he's one of my favorite all-time drivers. I think he'd be really fun to like race against, or whatever. But I want to answer the wrestling one too because I would love to have a match with Sting. Sting was always one of my favorites, and I think it would be so much fun to have a match with him.
My brain went 3 places for this.
Yeah.
First was Undertaker.
Oh, that would be
the
dope.
Fucking Undertaker.
I just want to get chokeslammed by the Undertaker.
My second was Kane. Like Kane era when I first started watching, like again, choke slams. Yeah. That's exactly what was in my head. It's like I want to take a choke slam.
Oh yeah.
And then the one that I settled on that was probably like be the most advantageous for me as far as probably money and things like that is I want to wrestle John Cena. I don't think he's going to hurt me.
But you won't be able to see him.
Always in the main event.
It'd be like fighting the Predator.
I do not expect to win. I expect to roll in the ring, get knocked down, take the 5-knuckle shuffle, get lifted off the ground because that motherfucker is ungodly strong.
Oh, yeah.
And just put me up, AA, roll through, another AA. I'm looking up at the lights, 1, 2, 3. It's over. I take $500K and go home. Bada bing, bada boom. That's how you do it.
So I'm not a small guy. I'm like 260 right now, 6'4". So I've not really been picked up a lot as an adult. I would kind of love for a guy like John Cena to just like throw me over his shoulders. Just make me feel like a bitch for once. Like, I think that'd be also cool, but also terrifying.
I think it was there was like an interview with Big Show.
Yeah.
Where they were like, who's the strongest person you've been in the ring with? And he said John Cena. Well, he goes, Brock Lesnar's the most explosive. Like, he goes, that dude's way faster than you think he is.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
He goes, it's scary how quick he can fucking move across that ring. He goes, but the strongest is John Cena. Oh, yeah. He said, John Cena puts me up on his shoulders and I feel like I'm laying in a tree. Like he's not going anywhere. Yep. And I'm like, that's some strength to have a 500-pound motherfucker up like that.
Yeah. So I just want him to put me up on his shoulders and just hold me there for a while and I'd just be like, whee!
I was not an adult at the time. I think I was like 16 or 17. But back then, I was way heavier than I am now. So like when I was like 16 or 17, I was like over 400 pounds. Right? And my buddy Nathan, was it Nathan? No, I'm sorry. It was Jordan. Yeah. My buddy Jordan wasn't a small guy either. He wasn't as big as me, but he's probably about your size, 6'4", 260, you know. We were at a party in Gainesville. So my dad worked with this lady. So we were going over to a party at their house. So it was like me, my mom, Jordan, Nathan, my dad, and we went over there. Her husband and all his friends were GPD, Gainesville Police Department, right? Yeah. One of the guys, they called him Darkness. He was the largest black man I had ever seen in my entire life up until this point.
Nice.
Jacked. Fucking, dude, this guy could have been a pro wrestler or a bodybuilder, but he chose to be a law officer. Good for him. You know what I mean? Just fucking huge dude. And Nathan was just fucking with him. I'm sorry, Jordan. Jordan was just fucking with him. I remember Nathan's sitting over to the side. Jordan's fucking with him. Like, surely you can't be that strong. I mean, those arms are just for show, right? And just because I'm standing there, this dude grabs Jordan around the collar of his shirt, grabs me by my shirt, and just lifts us up like he's curling us, and he just holds us there. Now, We're both tall, but this dude's like 6'6", 6'7", and jacked. Our feet are dangling off the ground. And I am like, oh, holy shit. And Jordan goes, okay, you proved your point. I didn't think I was going to learn to fly today. And luckily, he didn't just like put Jordan's ass through that pool table we were standing around. But like, yeah, it was just like, it was the first time I was in awe of someone's strength.
I think it would hurt like a bitch. But I would do anything to get The Undertaker to chokeslam me through one of those WWE tables. Like, you know, they're prop tables, but like, that just seems like it'd be fucking amazing.
Yeah, those tables are made to give when you hit them in the right spot. You don't hit them in the right spot, and it might hurt. Oh, like, just thud off that motherfucker.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Do you like Lady Gaga as an actor? Do you think she will do her role justice in the new Joker movie? And this comes from Christina.
I like Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga is not like a mind-blowing actress, but she's good.
I really enjoyed her in American Horror Story.
Yeah, I was going to say she was really good in American Horror Story. What was that movie? She was in A Star is Born, I think. She's good in that. She's a great singer. I love her as a singer.
Listen, people don't give her enough credit.
Oh, yeah.
That, like, she's not like one of these pop stars that just got picked and they got groomed to be a pop star. She, like, started in clubs and bars playing on a keyboard and singing. Like, that bitch started from the bottom. Now she here. You know what I'm saying? And she actually can fucking sing. Like, name another, like, pop star who had a duet album with oh, Jesus Christ, my mind just blanked on the guy's name. He does all the love songs and stuff.
Bublé?
No. Mike, God damn it. Continue what you were saying. I'll look it up.
Okay. No, she's a great singer, but I will say another pop star who is a ridiculously talented singer and does not get the credit she deserves is Miley Cyrus. Miley Cyrus is a fucking angel, dude.
I agree with that. She's also a really good singer. Before I forget, it's Tony Bennett. Lady Gaga did an album with Tony Bennett. Yeah. And like, what other fucking pop star can say that?
Yeah.
Other than maybe Madonna, but I don't know. That's just a guess.
Celine Dion. Celine Dion did what's the name of it? It's Time to Say Goodbye in English, but I can't remember the French name for it. But she sang it with
Celine Dion is next level.
Oh yeah, she's,
you know what I mean. So like, that's what I'm saying. Is like,
I don't really consider her, I guess, a pop star. So yeah,
no, I don't know what she would be considered. Just like a vocal performer. I don't know.
Yeah, she's fucking great.
Good.
I don't care.
Really good.
She's really fucking good. But she did with Andrea Bocelli. The English name is Time to Say Goodbye, but I can't remember the Italian or French or whatever name for it. It's a fucking beautiful song, though. I absolutely love it. But yeah, Lady Gaga, she's Harley Quinn in Joker 2 for anybody who doesn't know. It's going to be interesting. I'm not going to say like it's going to be great. I think it will be. The Joker was absolutely phenomenal. I know, like, did you watch it? Because I know we talked about it with Nate. I don't think Nate's watched the Joker yet.
The one with what's his face?
Joaquin Phoenix.
No, I haven't seen that.
You need to watch that. It is fucking phenomenal.
Conte Partio.
Yes, Conte Partio. That song is like sends chills up my spine when I listen to it. That song is so beautiful.
But no, the Joker, I haven't seen that yet.
It is really good.
I don't know where to watch it. Is it on like Netflix?
It's on HBO Max.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it's a Warner Brothers property, so it's on HBO Max, and it's well worth it. Like, probably the single best portrayal of the Joker ever. Like, oh my god, dude, it's like he is so fucking creepy in that role. He lost a ton of weight, so he's all like sickly looking when he takes his shirt off, and doing that scene where he's on the fucking talk show.
I've seen that.
And he's like,
online.
Yes, I think it's funny, and I'm tired of pretending like it's not. Like, dude, Joaquin Phoenix, I don't care what anybody says, that dude is fucking talented.
Yeah.
I think Lady Gaga will do a good job. Like I said, I don't know if it'll be like the best thing ever, but the writing for the first one was amazing. Joaquin Phoenix tends to make the people around him better.
She playing Harley?
Yeah, she's Harley Quinn in Joker 2.
But is she going to be Harley Quinn, or is she going to be like before, and then we're going to see the transformation? That would be cool.
I hope that's what happens, because I think she'd do really good at that versus just traditional, like, Bronx Harley Quinn.
No. Yeah, dude. But like having her go from like the sophisticated doctor who's
like, and just show her descent into madness,
slowly losing her
that
shit
would be, God, I'd probably come in my pants while I was watching that movie. Like, dude, like, I watch The Joker. It's like you're off work tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Sit down and watch The Joker. Like, it's then me and you can both tag team and peer pressure Nate into watching it, because it's such a fucking good movie. Oh, it's so good.
Oh yeah. Let's see. Would you rather? We have a would you rather from Mr. Dane. Would you rather play full games of Monopoly every week with all the house rules, or get your bit dicked by a rabid badger with poor hygiene? Did I say that?
Yeah.
Oh, get your dick bit by a rabid badger with poor hygiene every year on your birthday. Dane said, spoilers, he's going badger. It's less painful.
I like Monopoly, so I'm going to probably go Monopoly. I really don't want my dick bit by a badger. Especially a rabid Monopoly, badger.
And I like my dick more than Monopoly, so I'm still going to go Monopoly. Yeah, because
I'd rather bullshit my way through a game of Monopoly, just play it really badly and end it as quickly as possible, than just have a badger.
You can have all the hotels. Yeah, just go straight Trump, bro. You can have all the hotels.
Because you got to think, he said rabid badger, so that means you're getting rabies every year on your birthday, and you're having to get those fucking shots and stuff. And
it has poor hygiene.
Yeah.
So it smells bad.
Probably going to give you a dick infection, so.
But I did hear that Winona has herself a big brown beaver. She shows it off to all her friends.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Yeah. She did prick her finger one day and realized she had a porcupine, but that's a whole other story.
Yeah, that's a whole other story.
What is something that you did growing up that got you into trouble?
Shuffling my feet. Dragging my feet. So I went through a phase as a kid, and I feel like all boys go through this phase, but I could be wrong, where spitting was the coolest thing in the world. I just thought spitting was awesome. So I was
How far can you spit?
All the time. If I was outside, like I didn't spit in the floor and shit, but if I was outside, I was and my dad would be like, stop fucking spitting so much. Like, it's gross. And I'm just like, why? It's cool. Like, I'd not even have any spit in my mouth, and I would just try to like make a little bit of spit so I could spit some out. So yeah, I got in trouble for that a lot.
Let's see.
What did you get in trouble for? For racking it all the time?
Much. I used to get in trouble for staying up too late playing video games because I quote unquote couldn't find a save point.
Yeah. I mean, that was sometimes a genuine concern.
Yeah. When I was playing, Mom, I'm playing Final Fantasy. I can't save right now.
Yep. All right.
You better go to bed. The next save point. Okay.
The next save point's 6 hours from now.
Yeah, it's fucking so long. One other thing that I did, I've never admitted this, and I know they can't hear me and they don't listen, so it doesn't matter. So, long ass time ago, I go into my parents' bathroom and I lifted up this like thing that they had in their bathroom, and underneath it was an ashtray with half a joint sitting in there. And I took that motherfucker because I'm a stupid kid. And not kid, I was like 13 or 4. I was like 14 or so.
But you're still a kid at 14.
I'm just saying, I didn't want people to think I was like fucking 6.
Yeah, true.
No, I was old enough to know what this was. And I had smoked pot before, so I nabbed that motherfucker. Stupid kid not realizing that his parents are going to absolutely fucking notice that thing's gone, and neither of them took it. And I remember them chewing me the fuck out. And I blamed it on this kid who came over that day named Mark.
The scapegoat friends.
Yeah, fuck that guy. Like, he was just somebody I knew, but he was odd. Because he'll never listen to this either. My parents had a nickname for Mark, and it was Stinky. They didn't call him that to his face, and they didn't call him that to me for a long time, but they used to call him Stinky because he did smell pretty bad. As a kid,
probably all that fucking skunk weed he was smoking from your parents' bathroom.
Oh no, I think. Well, no. Okay, I realized you were just making a joke. Yeah. Never mind. I was gonna say no. It's actually because he was poor and just couldn't afford to do that shit. But all right, let's see. Where are we at?
So I got in trouble one time. I didn't get in trouble, but my grandmother called me out on it. When I was a kid, I would go in her bathroom and I would play with her tampons. Like, you have the little thing and you could like push it really fast and it would like pop out. So you sit there and fucking play with them and throw them in the trash, and I'm like, oh crap, I'm gonna get in trouble. So I would like take the trash bag out and be like, I'm gonna go take the trash out for you, Nana. She's like, okay. But there'd be like hardly any trash in there because there's like 4 tampons I played with in there. And she's like, she knew something was going on, and of course she went and looked and a bunch of tampons were missing, so she was like, I don't know what he's doing. And I was just fucking playing with them, just like rocket popping them out and shit. So yeah,
I remember being at my grandma's house in her bathroom because my grandparents are weird. They sleep in different bedrooms. They have different bathrooms.
My grandparents did that too.
Okay, well, I go under the cabinet one day because like my grandma used to keep like a crossword puzzle or something under there. Oh, yeah. And I wouldn't fill them in, but I'd like read through it or whatever, or a TV guide, that kind of shit. Opened it up one day. There was a book in there called A Farm Girl's Best Friend.
Nice.
And this was my first experience with erotica. And me liked the erotica. So, yeah, I think, I don't remember what happened that one day that book disappeared and wasn't under there anymore. She must have found out that I was looking at it. But, yeah, I read that book a few times. It was pretty good. It's pretty good. I mean, I haven't read much since, other than internet stuff.
Oh, yeah. I remember as a kid, my brother was friends with this kid named Brandon who lived like down the street. So My brother and Brandon were walking back to our house from his house one day, found a brown paper bag on the side of the highway. Our parents let us walk down the highway as kids. It was different times.
It was.
Wasn't like on the highway. It was like a good ways off the highway, but the highway was close. They found this brown paper bag by the highway, picked it up, and it was like 3 or 4 of those erotic novels in it. So he like sticks it under his shirt, brings it home, and hides it under his mattress, and like shows them to me. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. So like the funniest shit, man. So like he apparently took him in the bathroom to read them. So he was young. I don't think he was jerking off age. I'll have to ask him and see if he remembers, but I don't think he was jerking off age, but he was like, knew it was something he shouldn't have. So he would take him in the bathroom, read them, and bring them back and hide them. Well, one time he didn't hide them. He left them like laying on top of the clothes hamper. So I'm in there on the computer, right? My mom comes in with them in her hand and she's like yelling at me. She's like, where did you get this shit? Like I always took the blame like automatically. She's like, goes on a tirade like, where did you get this stuff? And I can't believe you had this plan. Like when she was done, I was like, talk to your youngest son. And she turns around and looks at him and his face is just like beet red and he just like lowers his head. And she just like, I don't even think she apologized to me. She just turns over and like goes and talks to him. He's like, we found him on the side of the road, blah, blah, blah. And like, so I'm just like sitting there giggling to myself. I'm like, ha, I'm not in trouble.
Yeah, I've told the story about when my mom found my Playboys.
Oh, yeah.
Now I have a big box of them right over there.
Nice.
Which I still want to do an extra episode one day where we go through and kind of like just like look at some of them. Like I'll just like read like where they're from and like what was big in there. Because like some of those motherfuckers I have over there from the 70s.
Nice. Big old bushy.
And they're like almost a fucking phone book thick.
Big old
they
bushy
need
puss.
6 pages to fit those bushes.
Oh, yeah.
But it amazed me. Like, I'm like, holy fuck. Because, like, Playboys in my day were, like, the size of a normal magazine.
Oh, yeah.
Whereas, I guess maybe magazines were just bigger in the 70s, but holy fucking shit, they're way bigger.
Yeah.
Way more to read than that motherfucker.
Oh, yeah. And Playboy was actually a decent read. Like, a lot of the articles and shit in it, they were interesting reads. I'd actually read them interviews after I got bored jerking off to the naked girls.
Yeah. Absolutely, bro.
Well, like
and they would have good interviews.
Because you take the Playboy to the bathroom, you rub one out. That only takes like 3 or 4 minutes. And then you're like, oh, I'm in here. I might as well take a shit. So you just turn around on the toilet and sit down and take a shit. And then, let's read this article on the new Jaguar sports car. Like the articles are actually pretty good in those.
Yeah, it's like, here's this interview with Jack Black.
Yeah. Good interviews, good like fashion columns and stuff. And like, there's some good shit in those.
Yeah. And like even their advertisements were entertaining. And I love the little comic.
Oh yeah. The fucking comics were the best.
Fucking hilarious, dude.
Was it Playboy that had the celebrity nip slips pages at the back? It's one of them. I can't remember if it was Playboy.
I feel like that might have been Hustler.
But there was like a 2-page spread of like all the recent celebrity like upskirts and nip slips and stuff.
That sounds like something Hustler would have done. Or
probably
like,
so.
Penthouse more so than Playboy. I feel like Playboy was too.
They were more highbrow.
That was what I was going to say. I was like, they were too highbrow for that type of stuff.
Like, they didn't show spread vaginas and stuff. It was always very art and, like, tasteful nudes and stuff.
Yeah, no penetration.
No penetration, no dicks in it, none of that stuff. No dildos. No,
you wanted that. You got a penthouse.
Yeah.
And then they gave you whatever the fuck you wanted.
Yeah. I remember the first time I found, might have been a penthouse, and, like, the chick on the chick in, like, the cover, she was, like, getting peed on inside of it, and I was like, well, wow. They do that?
Yeah. Yeah.
I learned a lot of shit that day.
When I was younger, I think I've told the story that I loved Playboys, and then I saw my first penthouse and saw a spread vagina and was like, what the fuck is that?
You're like, I want to go there.
No. As a kid, I was like, what the fuck is that?
Where's her penis
like,
at?
What happened to her? Yeah, like, what the fuck? Because I really liked Playboy.
Oh, yeah.
Because I don't know how to explain it. They was just, I don't know.
They were non-threatening.
Yeah,
non-threatening nudes. Yeah. You were like, oh, boobies. There weren't boobies in Hustler. There was tits in Hustler. Playboy had boobies.
Yeah, Playboy had like butt cheeks, not assholes spread with a
you
finger in it.
You don't see assholes in Playboys.
Unless they're interviewing Donald Trump.
Ayo!
So that last question was from Jeff. And this next one's from Fenris. Do you have any interesting scars with stories on how you got them?
So I'm going to pick one, and it's on my forehead. It's a little tiny scar. I was small, like 4 at the oldest. My dad was putting me on top of the car, letting me jump off, and he was catching me. And I tell the story. I remember the story a certain way. He remembers it a different way. I was young, so I probably don't remember it that well, but I do have memories from it. It was very traumatic. I remember him putting me on top of the car and turning to talk to somebody, and I jumped off, and he wasn't there to catch me. He said he put me up there. I went to jump and hesitated, and he missed me. But we've been doing this a few times, so why would I have hesitated if I've already done it more than once? I think he had a couple beers and, just turned to say something for somebody for a second. Me being a little kid, I was like, jump, just being a stupid kid. So anyways, I jump and fall head first into the gravel driveway and bust my head open. My dad was not a fan of doctors, so my mom's like, we got to take him to the doctor. We got to get stitches. He's like, oh, just put some ice on it. He'll be fine. And so I never did go to the doctor. So I have like a little scar right there. And it's funny because when I was a teenager, it was under my hairline, and now it's like not. So it's like it's like a fucking really cruel reminder that I'm getting older. My hair's leaving me.
It's like when you put a fucking mark on the wall as you get taller when you're a kid. You're just like, that's my
fucking hairline mark. This is where my hair used to be. Now it's back here. I'm fucking Hulk Hogan and out.
That's fucking tremendous.
Hulkamania's running wild on my head.
So I picked 2 of my scars. Okay. Because I have a bunch on my knuckles that are just punching walls and stuff. They're not interesting.
Yeah.
But so I have a scar on my right arm. When I lived in Jacksonville, our neighbor had a dog. It was a pit bull, and he was a dog fighting dog. Unfortunately, that's it's not a cool thing at all. But the guy always told us, because I would play with the kid that lived over there, and he always told us because he was like his uncle or something. He was like, "Don't go near the dog. He's mean he's mean. Don't go near the dog." So us being stupid kids, we would play, let's run by the dog as fast as possible.
Yep.
Because he can't get us because he's on the leash, right?
Yeah.
Well, we're running back and forth a few times, and just on the last time, my little chubby ass just trips and falls. And this dog nails my arm, right? Now, here's the thing, though. This fucking dog bit my arm and immediately let go. That is not what pit bulls are known for.
No.
Right? I shouldn't have an arm anymore, really, about the size I was at the time that this happened. And he literally just, it's like he bit me and let go, just warning me, I know you're a kid, so fuck off type thing. And I went running home, blood pouring down my arm.
Yeah.
And the reason I'm telling this story, because it's really not interesting other than the guy who owned the dog came over and was making sure I was okay. And I was in the bathroom, my mom's cleaning up the wound and stuff. And I'm kind of, shook up about it.
Oh, yeah.
And the guy walks in there and he's talking to us. And he goes, man, you're going to have a scar, probably. He goes, I got scars too, man. And he lifts his shirt and he starts showing me these scars on his fucking abdomen where he's like, yeah, this is from a broken bottle in a bar fight. And this one's from a bar fight. This guy stabbed me with a knife. And my dad is just horrified.
Get the fuck out of my house, you crazy asshole.
So the kid that lived across the street, it was one of the nicest families ever. It was the only black family in the neighborhood. Right. And I remember the dad, Mr. Clarence, always had a cigar he was chewing on.
Oh, yeah.
And he was the nicest guy. If we had car trouble, he came over and fixed our fucking cars and stuff. He was the coolest dude. And his son's name was Brandon.
Yeah.
And Brandon wasn't gay. He might have become gay as he got older or anything, but he had a very effeminate voice. Yeah. And I'll never forget, my mom's cleaning up my arm, and he walks in and he looks at my arm and he goes, "Oh, Lord, I can't do blood. Reminds me of vampires." And he just turned around and walked out of the fucking house and went back home. So the other scar that I want to tell the quick story about was on one of my legs. I don't remember which one. I think it's my right leg. Me and my girlfriend Mavis and a few of our friends were walking around in the woods and stuff. And I think my mom even might have been with us. Just walking around in the woods behind my house. and me and Mavis had gotten into an argument. So she was walking behind. I was walking in front of everybody, pissed off. I go to step over this fucking log, and my leg hits this piece of branch that's jutted out, and it just goes into my leg and breaks. Oh, I just hit the mic into my face. It just breaks off. So I'm now walking with this piece of wood that's probably like sticking out of my leg 3-4 inches, right? Yeah. And I'm walking and I'm holding my pants and I'm like, oh my fucking God, dude.
To be fair,
Mavis is,
I also have 3 or 4 inches of wood that sticks out of my legs. But
anyway. So Mavis is basically calling me a pussy and telling me to suck it up. And I'm trying to explain to her that my leg is in extreme pain right now.
Yeah.
Like, it fucking really, really, really hurts. So we get up to the house. I sit down. I pull my short, like, 'cause I was wearing long jorts like a Kevin Smith kid. And my mom comes over and she's like, all right, I'm going to pull it out. Are you ready? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, okay, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Exhale. And she pulled that motherfucker out. Jeremy, this motherfucker was in my leg like 1.5 inches.
Jesus Christ.
Like, this jagged piece of wood comes out of my leg that's just like soaked in blood super long. And Mavis immediately felt like the biggest bitch in the world. Because she was telling me to suck it up. And I had this fucking like big bullet sized piece of wood just stuck in my fucking leg.
Oh, I gotta love it.
So I got this nice indention scar on my calf. Or actually, it was like it went in right next to the bone that's right on the front of your leg.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't even want to imagine what that would have felt like if that would have went in and hit that fucking bone.
Yeah.
Ouch. Okay, so the last question for this page. What's your idea of the perfect house?
Perfect house. I've always said a modest size house with like a 30-car garage. Like, I want a huge garage. Gotta have like a really cool swimming pool and like grotto style hot tub. Like, I want the hot tub with like a cave over it with like TVs and shit mounted in there, like a fucking hangout spot.
So you want the thing from the Playboy Mansion?
Yes, I want Hugh Hefner's grotto.
I don't blame you. That thing's sweet.
Yeah, I want like a big game / recording room. I've always wanted an indoor movie theater, like at my house, like stadium seating and a projector and the works. There's a house in Raleigh that was for sale forever. It's not on the market anymore, but it's fucking amazing. It had a koi pond in the foyer, like inside the house. So, like,
that's badass.
Like, you walk in, it's like marble floors with like one of those like twisting around staircases. And like under the staircase was a fucking koi pond with like a flamingo statue and shit. It's the coolest fucking house ever. Like, their pool had the fish fountains that like spit water back into the pool. Like, there was a kitchen indoors and then there was a servant's kitchen outside. So you had like a full kitchen outside by the pool. Refrigerator, stove, top, everything. Oh man, that house was amazing.
So my dream house, and then I'll tell you about a house that I saw when I was doing property preservation that was just like one of those houses, like where you're just like, holy fuck, what is this?
Oh, yeah.
So my dream house would be like a school.
Oh, yeah.
Just a big motherfucker with a lot of rooms that I can just do whatever I want with. Because I want like a soundproofed room for recording music and doing podcasts and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I want a big, nice gaming room with like a CRT for the older shit. A nice big fucking 4K TV for the newer shit, computer, top of the line, all of that type of stuff. I want a like top of the line kitchen.
Oh yeah.
Like, give me the best, biggest fridge that I can have. Give me the best stove you got. You know, give me a fucking hibachi table.
Old Sub-Zero refrigerator.
Yeah. Make part of my counter a cutting board.
Oh yeah.
I always thought that's cool when people incorporate a cutting board into their counter.
Oh yeah, they're always nice.
Like, super chill. I would love a pool that's inside and the pool is on the second story, so you can see into the pool itself on the first floor or in the basement.
Oh yeah.
I always thought that's super cool. I would love to have a basement.
Yeah. Basements are always like, as a homeowner, they are a fucking nightmare, but I've always thought they were the coolest room in the house.
Yeah, literally and figuratively.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know one person here in Florida who had a basement in their house. Like, that's not a thing down here.
But then again, I may be biased because one of the women who used to watch us while my mom and dad were like going out or whatever, her daughter used to take us in the basement and show us her panties. So, yeah, that might be.
See, mine is for much nerdier reasons. Like basically the house that my buddy had, I would love to have had because it was a big ass farmhouse.
Oh yeah.
Like, they lived on a farm. It wasn't a farmhouse per se, but it was just a big ass house. They had an attic, and up in the attic, they made it into like, it was one area into an air conditioned bedroom for his sister. So it was like the loft was her room. Yep. He had his room. They had the big living room. There was the parents' room. There was his other sister's room. There was this big ass kitchen that they had. But then in the basement was where all the computers, the fucking the GI Joes and all that fucking all wrestlers and all that shit was. All the cool shit was in the basement. So like that was really, really cool. Now, as far and I would want a lot of black and goth look. Like if I could make my house on the outside look like an old Gothic cathedral.
Oh yeah, sweet. I've always liked like Victorian style or like columns on the front and like that like balcony Roman. That balcony on the front on the second floor that you can't get to other than going in the house.
Yeah,
like
and coming out a window.
Yeah, like the what's it called? Widow's Watch or something. Like the houses they built on the shore had like in the attic had like that small little like 1 or 2 person size balcony where like they'd say women would watch for their husbands to come home from sea.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
The place where I would go stand, watch out, and ponder life as I smoke pot.
But then I want my garage to have a fucking car Lazy Susan that I can like park a Lamborghini on, and it just slowly rotates around while it's in my garage.
So, not the house. This isn't the house I was going to bring up, which I will bring up in just a second. But this one house is just a cool area that we went into, that we worked at in Palatka. There was just this hole in the wall that was a little door, and by a little door, I mean me and you would have had to have like literally crouched down to go through it. It was a little door, and you go through the door, and you're just like in this fucking hidden room.
Nice.
And it was so cool. I'm like, dude, I would have a beanbag and a TV with my fucking PlayStation in here, and this would be my little gaming fucking hangout. In this hidden room.
It's your little smoking weed room.
Yeah. So the house that we worked in that I was like, wow, this would be cool to live in, probably had 20 rooms in it. There was a big ass kitchen and a big ass pool out back, and then there was a kitchen inside, and then about what felt like a quarter of a mile to the right, at the very end, was where the help would live, and there was a kitchen back there with some like apartment rooms and stuff.
Nice.
But this place had baseboards that every so often had like a little vent looking thing.
Yeah.
And you could sweep dirt over to that area and then hit this button on the wall, and it would vacuum that shit up.
Yep.
And I'm like, what fucking kind of rich sorcery is this? This is awesome. And this place was just fucking huge, dude. It didn't have the spiral staircase. It had the like where it goes up and then goes just to the right and then goes back up. But like the handles and the railing of the staircase was just pristine. Like this fucking house was so cool. The windows were huge. Out in the middle of goddamn nowhere in Florida.
Oh yeah.
All right, so on to page 2. Which is your favorite film series starring Keanu Reeves, and why is it Bill and Ted? And that comes from Dane.
It's not.
Because Bill and Ted is awesome, that's why. And because mine is Bill and Ted.
I don't think I've ever watched a Bill and Ted movie.
I don't know if you would like them.
Maybe. I like like Fast Times at Ridgemont High. I like that. I like the kind of like, 80s stoner style stuff.
Then you might like Bill and Ted then, yeah.
I've just never watched them. So mine would be either The Matrix or John Wick. Like both of those are absolutely fucking... I know people shit on The Matrix now. When that shit came out, that movie was mind-blowing.
I don't know. I watched the first Matrix when I was a kid, and it bored the shit out of me.
See, I thought it was amazing.
I think I was too young to understand it.
Possibly so.
Because it came out in 99. I was 7.
I was 13 in 99. I don't think I watched it when it came out, though. I probably watched it in like 2000, so I was probably like 14. And yeah, I thought it was epic. But I also watched it with a girl I really liked, so...
that'll do it.
That could do it. Her name was Ellen, and I I still look for her on social media occasionally because I also had a crush on her, but I had crippling social anxiety and a poor self-image. So I told my brother to ask her if she liked me. He asked her and she said no. So being the decent human being I am, I took that at face value and never asked her out again. So we hung out some after that, and apparently she told me much, much later, like, I would have had a shot had I asked her again after we'd been hanging out for a while, and never took it. And like, I don't know where she lives or anything now. She's probably married with kids and shit now, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, fucking
maybe she has a shrine to you, and she just like worships you, and just waiting for the day that you call.
Then I don't think I want to find her if that's the case, because she's got a shrine to me. There's something seriously wrong with that chick. No, she was just a super cool chick. Her brother introduced me to Mudvayne. Like, her brother was older than us.
I love Mudvayne.
We were like 14, so he was like 17 at the time, I think. So yeah, he was like, showed me the music video for Dig, and I was like, man, this is so cool. I think he gave me like a burn CD of like Mudvayne and a bunch of bands like that. But yeah,
I just really like Bill and Ted. It's just funny movies. I like them, and they have to do with history, and I like history, and it makes fun of history and stuff. It's just fun. One from Jeff. In all of the Grand Theft Auto games that you've played, what was your favorite radio station?
So I have not played a Grand Theft Auto game since 4 came out. I played a lot of San Andreas. I played a lot of 4. That's really good. But I don't think I've played... I played like the first or second like top-down one a little bit, but not much. But like, I played a shitload of San Andreas. I don't think I ever beat it, but I played a shitload of it. And I beat 4 because I loved Nico Bellic. I thought that game was amazing. But the radio stations I always tend to listen to were like the hip hop station and the like popular music station. Like, that was just the ones I listened to.
Okay.
Haven't played GTA 5, and at this point, I feel like I'm not going to out of principle. Like, it's been so long. I'm just going to play 6 when that comes out.
The story in 5 is really good. In my opinion, but you know,
I didn't like the jumping between 3 protagonists. Like, when they announced that, it kind of like threw me off, and I was just like, I don't know. I just never gave it a shot. Like, I'm not against it, but I just feel like at this point, I'd rather be able to say I haven't played GTA 5.
That's fair. I have 2 answers for this. My first one is in San Andreas. I really liked the alt rock metal station that played like Alice in Chains and shit like that.
Yeah, I listened to that one a bit too.
And then in Grand Theft Auto 5, I think it's called Space 1053 or something like that. It's hosted by Bootsy Collins, baby, and it's all about that funk.
Nice.
And it's so good, dude. Like, there's so much good funk music on that station. Oh, yeah. It's just, I just ride around fucking jamming, wishing my car had hydraulics, like, so I could just be bouncing straight up. It would be sweet. Yeah, it's a great station. Jeff asks, what is a food dish that you've never had but you're interested in trying?
So that one's more tough for me because most of the stuff I haven't had, I'll get anxiety if I try to eat it. So,
I'll give you my answer then, if you'd like, while you're thinking about it. Yakuza 0 made me really, really want to try takoyaki.
Oh, yeah.
It just made it look so fucking appetizing. So I really want to try some takoyaki, even if it's made with octopus. I don't give a fuck. Let me try it.
I think that bug is back. I saw him. I don't know if it's the same one or not, but yeah, I think he's back.
It's Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. Palmetto bug. Gonna get stepped on by me.
It's gonna smell real bad. Then I'm gonna be like, fuck that bug.
Yeah. Something I would like to try. So I'm going to say I'm dying to try something I would like to try if I was able to. Maybe like cheesecake or a cannoli. Like,
oh, cannolis are so
they look good, but like I said, I just can't force myself to try them.
No, I got you. Okay, so let me ask you this. Do you like an ice cream cone, like a waffle cone?
No, I'm not a big cone person. I do cups.
Not a big cone person. You do cups. Okay. Do you like sweet creamy things?
Kinda.
You like chocolate chips?
A little.
Hit or miss.
Hit or miss, yeah.
You might like a cannoli.
I like vanilla more than chocolate. It's like a vanilla cannoli. I would be able to convince myself to try.
Traditional cannolis don't have chocolate at all. It's just like most places when you get them around here, they dip the ends of them in chocolate or chocolate chips or something. Just because Americans need more.
Like even ice cream sandwiches, I like the ice cream, but I don't like the chocolate part.
Oh, you fucking...
I've literally...
Mark Jeremy off the friends list.
I've literally taken ice cream sandwiches and peeled the chocolate part off and just ate the ice cream. Like when we were in school and like that's the ice cream they gave us as a snack.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Why don't I take this delicious treat and just eat the boring fucking vanilla?
Because I like the boring vanilla shit. I don't like the fucking crusty chocolate shit.
I love that crusty chocolate shit. You fucking watch your dirty whore mouth, sir.
Wipe my ass with it.
I'm going to rip your face off and wipe my ass with it. And then the genie says, I'm with the show. Hocus pocus, Joker's great, Malenko.
Such a good song.
It really is. My favorite part is that Shazam, bam, shagalaka locust, Shaggy the clown back like scoliosis. Yeah, he just goes, call me a psycho schizo freak. I'll call you by your name, Dick Anus.
Yeah, Dick Anus.
It always cracked me up. That whole fucking verse. Yeah, the song's great. People who hate on ICP.
That Great Malenko album I hope you feel you're great. Cool.
But, dude, Great Malenko album was great. The Wraith, the one out after that, was fucking fantastic. The Amazing Jekyll Brothers was good.
I'm not a juggalo by any means, but I do like ICP. Like, I don't think I would ever go to, like, the Dark Carnival or anything, but I do like listening to their music.
I've seen them live, and it was one of the more entertaining shows I've ever been to. Like, and at least they're nice enough that like when they spray you with Faygo, they use Diet Faygo, so it's not sticky sugar. Like, I feel like that's like a nice touch by them.
Oh yeah.
And they have their own cleanup crews for venues, and that is also super nice of them.
Oh yeah.
Because Jeremy, there were like 2 inches of Faygo on that floor when we were walking out of there.
I believe it.
But when they were finishing up, dude, like me and my buddy Chris and Caleb, we got up on stage with them. And like with a couple other people, and we're just grabbing 2 liters and just spraying people while ICP standing next to us rapping and giving us fist bumps and shit. It was super cool. It was just super cool.
Nice.
Let's see. Who is your favorite video game NPC companion?
So I was excited about this question because I have an answer for it. Parvati from the Outer Worlds. Did you ever play the Outer Worlds?
Dude. Parvati is such a cool fucking character. I loved her so much.
She's was she autistic?
No, she was the lesbian girl. Like
no, I think she was like asexual or something. Like, but yeah, she was.
Oh yeah, she's not into like sex. She just wants like companionship and stuff.
She was like, oh, I loved her so much though. Like,
I wanted nothing more than to make that date go as perfect as possible for her. Spoilers for the Outer Worlds.
I was like, I want to marry you. I want to build you a little house in the country with a white picket fence. I want to just take care of you for the rest of our lives. Yeah. Like, I just love her so much. She's so sweet.
I would put her up there on mine too. But man, I gotta go with I have a tie.
Okay.
And it's because they're both very similar. So they're both PS2 games. So I'm going to go Daxter from Jak and Daxter. And in the first game, I don't think you can play as him. And that's the only game that I really remember playing. So Clank.
Yeah.
From Ratchet and Clank. Like, I remember him just being on your backpack buddy. Like, and he helped you out with upgrades. I think in the later games, you actually could play as Clank in some parts. And you might have been able to play as him in the game. I don't remember. But yeah, Daxter. The hilarious little quick-witted shit that was just always there to comment, but it was never really helpful. They were great. NPC companions in video games that like actually like would help you, like a companion like in Fallout and stuff like that. Because I'm sure that's what Jeff's talking about. Is more like that.
Dog meat. Dog meat gets way up there on the list.
Dog meat's well anytime there's a pupper, they're up there. Fallout 4, I really like Piper.
Oh, yeah. I loved Piper.
I love Piper.
I loved Piper. I think she was the one I like went with my like romance art. I think I just stuck with her.
And my answer for Skyrim is kind of a cheat. Because they're modded. but there are two mod companions that I absolutely adore, and that is Sophia, who makes jokes like, what was the one? I don't remember. She has one joke that she says it's like,
that was hot,
fucking raunchy, but it's just like my brain. Yeah, you watched me just forget as I was thinking of it. Like in real time, Jeremy watched my mind blank.
Yeah.
Her though, she's fucking awesome. And then Inigo, and Inigo is a blue Khajiit, and his story and the person who made that mod, they're fucking good. And shout out to them. I don't remember what their name is, but Inigo, like I will not play. There are two things that I will not play Skyrim without. I won't play Skyrim anymore without Legacy of the Dragonborn, the museum mod, and I won't play without Inigo. The game I'm playing through right now doesn't have Sophia, and I don't want to break shit, so I don't want to add her into an already made mod listing, but it has Inigo, and I love that. I love that motherfucker.
And I'm going to give a shout out, honorable mention for both of us. Underwear Man from Yakuza 0. The naked perv from Yakuza 0. He was pretty funny.
He was great.
Bring me all the pictures of all the prostitutes in town.
What was your worst sexual experience from Ostara? I just want to point out. I just want to point out. I meant to bring this up earlier. We have so many dude listeners.
Yeah.
I don't think any of them have asked us anything perverted yet.
Yeah.
Both girls come in last week hot with like jerking off questions and fucking stuff like that. It's just, I love it. I love the dichotomy. It's absolutely hilarious. So yeah, what is your worst sexual experience?
I'm gonna say one of them was my mom walking in on me getting a blowjob. That was kind of weird. As far as like not including someone walking in, I had to think about that one because I mean, sex is like pizza. You know, it's still sex even if it's bad.
I do not necessarily agree with that.
Okay. I don't know. You go and I'll see if I can think of one.
I had a buddy of mine who was really into this chick, and she was hanging out over at his house, but she had a friend with her, and he needed somebody to come over and hang out and try to distract this friend. So I go over there. You ever heard the term jumping on a grenade?
Yes.
For one of your buddies? Okay. So I go over there, and she was sweet. Okay. She was a sweet chick, but she was not very attractive. She was a bigger girl, and that doesn't bother me. By the way, I'm just kind of painting a picture here. I sat down and we started talking and stuff, and I said something and she looked at me and she smiled, and I don't know if it was lipstick stuck to her teeth or if she had gingivitis and her gum was bleeding, but like there was some red, you know what I'm saying? And I was just like, all right. So my friend and this girl disappear into the room, and I'm sitting there and I'm watching TV, and I believe Aqua Teen Hunger Force was on, if I remember right. Because that was about the time of night it was that was like Adult Swim was on. And she scoots over closer to me and she sits there, and they start making some fucking noise coming out of that room. And she puts her hand on my upper thigh and she's like, they sound like they're having fun in there. And I was like, oh, here we go. I thought I was going to get away with not having to. Okay. So I'm like, yeah, they do. And like she like lays her head on me and stuff, but she keeps her hand on my thigh, starts, rubbing the area.
Oh, yeah.
Which, it's like a fucking lamp. You rub it, the genie's going to come out.
And
like,
shout out to women who make the first move. I don't care, like, if it's not somebody you're particular, like, that's fucking hot, chicks. Like, reach over and grab your dude's leg and, like, rub on him. Fucking just rip my cock out of my pants and start pulling on it. Like,
my friend, I had a conversation today, just a quick sidebar, with my friend Shelby. And she said that she likes to be manhandled. She's like, just fucking grab me and do what you want with me.
Yeah.
And I said, so you mean to tell me every time that I was around you and it was just me and you were looking at me with what I perceived to be fuck me eyes, I just figured you were being nice, but you were actually giving me fuck me eyes? And she goes, yes. I wanted you to grab me, throw me against the wall and rail me. And I was like, good to know.
Yeah.
I'll keep that in the back pocket. But anyways, so this girl starts, I want to say she was sucking my dick, but really it was more like let's see if we can
started
grade the
kneading
skin
my
off.
balls like 2 hard-boiled eggs in a tube sock.
No, this was like her mouth was not big enough for my cock, and she did not care and was just like going to town, and it fucking hurt.
Cheese grating your dick.
Cheese grate, and it hurt so bad, but I didn't want to say anything, right?
Yep.
So we get done, or not get done. I did not bust a nut at all, but like she gets done blowing me or whatever you want to call it, grating me, and she gets up and she takes off her clothes. And I'm hit with this waft of an unpleasant nature, let's say. To be very, I'm trying to be very nice about this, because I know that women listen to this show, and I don't want to offend anybody.
The bakery was in full operation.
It wasn't a yeasty. It was more like I ran a marathon earlier.
Yeah,
and haven't showered.
Old swampy cooch.
Yeah, sweaty swampy Betty.
Oh yeah,
sweaty Betty. Yeah, there you go. Actually, didn't. Oh my God, ICP, old fat sweaty Betty. Full circle. Anyway, yeah, I got hit with that, and I immediately told myself, okay, if I gotta fuck this chick, I'm gonna fuck her. I'm not putting my face near there.
Yeah.
I didn't even finger her. Like, she just like hopped on, and luckily I had a condom on me and put a condom on, and she hopped on, did her thing, and she got up and she was like, did you come? And I said, yeah. And I pulled the condom off, threw it in the trash can. It had no cum in it. I didn't bust a nut. Yeah. I was just like, and by that time my friend comes out and she's like putting her clothes back on, and he just looks at me, and I just shot him this look like, you motherfucker, you motherfucker. And I ended up going over there the next day, and I don't even remember like if he was at work or whatever, but he had left this paper bag sitting in his kitchen. No, he would have had to have been home, or he might have just been asleep or something. But I went over there, and I opened up the paper bag. It was 2 ounces of pot.
Nice.
I was like, all right, or even. And I took it. I went home. I was like, man, that was rough. Okay. That was a rough night.
So I have 2 stories. One is a little funnier. One is kind of tragic. I'm not going to give any
tragic one.
Like hardcore details, because I don't want to like give away who this person is. So the tragic one ended a relationship. We hadn't had sex in like 6 months, and I was like, I think I've told you this story in private conversation before, maybe. So I'm like, can we please have sex tonight? And she's like, okay, fine. So we literally like go in the bedroom. She gets naked. She laid down on the bed, like arms at her side, and like turned her head to the side and like closed her eyes. Like, I get up there and I start doing it, and I'm just like I feel like I'm raping this girl. Like, it's so fucking like uncomfortable. So I stopped, and she was like, did you finish? I was like, no. She's like, okay, I'm gonna go take a shower. And I was just like, what the fuck just happened? Like, I felt like such a fucking slime ball. I literally got up and just like went to the gym and worked out, and I didn't talk to her for like 3 days. Finally, like, I was like, we need to talk. And she's like, you haven't talked to me in like 3 days. Like, we sat down, had a difficult conversation, went our separate ways, and yeah. But like, I was like, I can't ever do that again. Like, that's the most uncomfortable shit I've ever had to do. The other one was a little more, it was uncomfortable, but it was for a different reason. It's why I will no longer do period sex.
Oh, God.
So, you know, she's on her period. You know, old school Jeremy didn't care. Whatever. So I'm hitting it. Flip her over. Start hitting it from the back. Happen to like put my hands up on her ass cheeks, and I notice a little dark spot on my thumb. And I'm just like, huh. I don't know how intimate you've been with a woman's menstrual cycle. There's a smell to it.
Oh, yeah.
And that smell just kind of just sort of wafted in the air while, like, to the point, like, I didn't think I was going to be able to come, because it was breaking my concentration. And I'm just like, oh God, please just let this be over with. Like, oh, I can't do this. Like, please just let it be over with. And like, finally, like, finish. I'm like, okay, I'm going to go take a shower. And I go get in the shower and like fucking scrub. And I'm just like, yeah, like ever since then, a girl's like, I'm on my period. I'm like, oh, you want to do butt stuff? You want a blowjob? Whatever. Like, I just can't do it anymore.
I love that you're like, yeah, man, period smell just fucks me up, man. But I'll fuck her in the butt though.
I'll fuck her in my dick. Shit takes just another day. Everybody poops.
I had one of my exes, and I won't give her away the name just to be respectful, but like she used to use the menstrual cup thing, or like the plastic thing you put up in there.
Oh, Star and I talked about those earlier today.
we were fucking one time, and I broke hers.
Damn,
with my dick, and yeah, bro, it was like all of a sudden she just stopped because she could smell it, like like that. Like I've been there, done that. It doesn't smell great, but you know, it is what it is. Yeah. It just smells like iron and other things. But she was super sensitive about stuff like that. Yeah. And she was just like, oh my God. And she got up and she went into the bathroom and she was like, I could just hear her. She went, you broke it. she had to put another one in, and then she comes back with like wet wipes and starts cleaning me up and apologizing. And I'm like, sweetie, I can do this myself. It's fine. Yeah. Like, see, that's a different situation than the girl who just like perioded all over the back of my pants in my bed and didn't tell me. Yeah. Huge difference. You know what I mean? It's like, I wish she would have told me. I have things to deal with that. You know what I mean? We talked about that on that episode. In this situation, it was like, no, this couldn't be helped. This just happened. It's all good. Like, don't freak out. Like, calm down. I've been bled on before. It's no big deal.
I was asking a Star earlier. I was like, what if you take that out and you like accidentally spill it? Like in the floor or something. I'm like, that just seems like it'd be a fucking nightmare.
Well, that's why I think that they like sit, and this is just speculation, ladies and gentlemen.
I've never used a Diva cup, so I have no idea how they actually work.
I assume they sit on the toilet and kind of lean where they can reach up and pull it out and pour it into the toilet. I don't know, but that's what I'm going to guess. I don't want to know, honestly. You brought it up.
It fucking grosses me out. I'm sorry, ladies. It's perfectly natural, and I know you have no control over it. I never give a woman crap about her period ever. It happens. Just the thought of like you pouring a cup of period blood into a toilet just fucking skeeves me out. There was a thing I read online that this was a while back. I read it, but I was telling a story about it earlier where this chick was like, I want my boyfriend to know he's mine, so I secretly cook all of his meals with my period blood in them.
Shut the fuck up. I have oh, go ahead.
I was like, I looked at the girl I was with at the time. I was like, if you ever put your period blood in my food, understand that I will murder you. And I will happily go to jail for the rest of my life because I will murder you if you ever cook my food with period blood in it.
I have a buddy of mine named Joey who was once dating a girl who told him that like she knew of this love spell that could make someone fall in love with them, and it's made with the menstrual blood of the woman. Yeah. And Joey thought that was a strange thing to just randomly tell him. And then that night, she served him for dinner chicken parmesan. Oh. And he couldn't eat it. And to this day, he can't eat chicken parmesan. He said, I don't care if I sat there and watched you cook it in front of me, Dalton. I couldn't eat it. So I was like, really?
So did he eat it that night?
No.
Okay.
No, he told her, he's like, I think he said he ate the salad and said that he wasn't feeling great. And he said he'd take it home, and he put it in a thing and took it home and threw it away.
Because he just knew her like, fucking period blood was in there.
He just knew. Yeah, he was like, but the thing was, he was like, I knew it was in there, but at the same time, I didn't know. Yeah. And there was no way of knowing because of the sauce and stuff. And I just couldn't take that fucking chance.
No. I'm sorry. Like I said, it's natural, but no. Just no.
Well, that's like people who eat the placenta.
Yeah,
like
that's
odd to me.
Yeah, that'd be like if you got your appendix out and you were like, I think we could fry that up with some green peppers and stuff.
I mean, to me, it's a form of cannibalism, and it's just odd that like people don't look at it that way.
Yeah.
Like, you look at people in the other cultures and stuff who eat people, and you're like, oh, those fucking people are savages. It's like, okay, and you're gonna fry up the placenta when your baby's born, you fucking weirdo.
Yeah.
No offense to people who like that.
Yeah. If you like that, you probably fit in very well with our gang of misfits. But yeah, we're gonna tell you, we don't kink shame, but we're gonna have to shame you a little bit.
I'm weird for sucking bitches' toes. I don't give a fuck. I think it's weird that people eat placentas.
Dalton sucks toes. I eat ass. It is what it is.
I mean, I eat ass too, but
I'm proud of it.
You know what we're saying.
Oh, I went to the gym for the first time today with my new sticker on my water bottle, and there was definitely some women that like looked at it twice.
Oh, I thought you were going to say I went to the gym today for the first time in forever, and I ate some ass.
Hey, I saw a chick. She was on that fucking like leg pull-up machine. I was like, let me get in there and just ripped her.
Don't lie. You were in the steam room with a bunch of dudes. Some guy bent over you. Just like,
I was like, I mean, ass is ass. He had $20, so times are tough. I had to pay for my Power Ranger helmet.
If you like coffee, how do you like it from Fenris?
I do not like coffee at all. I don't even like the smell of it.
I like my coffee with some half and half, some sugar. If it's cold, if it's warm. If it's cold, pretty much the same way. I like sweet coffee. Like, it doesn't necessarily... I'll drink straight black coffee if it's good coffee.
Yeah.
But, like, even shitty coffee, you can make good with some half and half and sugar. Just make it like a sweet treat, and you drink it, and it's just like... You get a sugar rush and caffeine. It's brilliant. But I prefer, like, lattes. And not lattes. Cappuccino.
Yeah.
I really, really like French vanilla cappuccino. Who is your favorite superhero? Who is your favorite supervillain? That comes from Fenris as well. Superhero
is probably Batman. Like, I've just always had a thing for Batman. Supervillain? Like, I like to say Joker, because like I said in the Steam Machine, he has no motive. He just wants chaos. I love that about him. Yeah, I'm going to be boring. I'm going to say Batman and Joker.
I mean, I'm not much more interesting, brother. My favorite superhero is Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And has been for years. I do love Moon Knight too, but like my favorite is Spider-Man. My favorite villain, I think it's the one that because when I was a kid, I had two toys that I always played with that were superhero related, and it was Spider-Man and Dr. Octavius.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's a classic combo, just like you're Batman and Joker.
Yeah.
Spider-Man and Doc Ock. I mean, peas in a pod. I'm gonna go Spider-Man and Doc Ock.
So there you go. We're boring.
I guess. Yeah. Spoilers. I like Spider-Man. You're going to hear about that on Steam Machine. I also like Spider-Man there too.
Make sure you put up a post because I have a question for that episode too.
You can go post it whenever you want. Anytime somebody posts a question in the Steam Machine thing, Nate adds it to our notes.
Okay.
So you could just throw it in the Steam Machine question in the Discord, bit.ly/TSMP Discord, all capital letters.
Go back and listen to that. Go back and listen to the last episode of Steam Machine that I was on too, if you haven't yet.
Yeah, Batman.
Now the dog's fucking barking because I sneezed really loud.
What's your favorite fast food joint?
Burger King.
From Fenris.
I love the original chicken sandwich from Burger King. I will get they have a 2 for $6 and original chicken sandwiches on that. So I'll literally go up there. I'll take a bottle of water with me and I'll get 2 original chicken sandwiches plain. Eat those. Don't need fries. Don't need anything else. 2 chicken sandwiches. Dude, I put that shit in my fucking calorie counter thing on my phone when I was dieting. Man, those motherfuckers are like 3,000 calories or some shit, like for 2 of those sandwiches. It's ridiculous.
And it was that day I was like, man, fuck that diet.
Yeah, fuck that diet. I'm eating Burger King. I'm fat.
My favorite fast food joint is also Burger King. Give me a fucking double Whopper with cheese and some fries. Now, here's the caveat. It has to be a decent Burger King, because like Burger King burgers and fries can really fucking suck. But when their
fries
fresh,
are not great to me.
Good. See, I got some fries one time from there. Me and my uncle were on the way back, and I just never forget me and him commenting about how good they were. They were like right out of the fucking oil, and they put some salt on them for once.
Well, that's the thing. They don't fucking salt them. At least around here, they don't fucking salt them anymore. And I always forget to ask for salt. So it ends up just fucking being bland, like literally eating a potato.
God, I would kill for a fucking double Whopper right now. We don't have a Burger King here. I have to drive like to another town.
There's one. I mean, technically, where I live, we don't have any fast food at all. The next town over, there's a Subway, and then like I literally have to drive up to like where my store is to get a good selection of fast food.
I love a Subway Philly.
I like. I always made my own. It would be because I worked at Subway when I was 16 or 17. I worked there for like 4 months or something. I would make an Italian or a Subway melt, which is ham, turkey, bacon, provolone cheese, and I would put marinara sauce on it from the meatballs, Parmesan and oregano on Italian urban cheese. Fucking delicious. Like you get the club sandwich, like the meatiness, but that sauce just adds a little bit to it. Yeah. So I always called it an Italian Subway melt because you added sauce to it. Yeah, I would just always make this. So like when I go there, I say I want the Subway melt, but I want to add marinara. And some places are like, that's fine. Some places are like, well, I'll have to charge you a little extra. I was like, did I ask you that? I said, put the goddamn marinara on the sandwich.
I'm in an ape suit. Means I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I'm the goddamn king of England. You were talking to King Dingling. You say yes, sir, when I tell you to put marinara on my goddamn sandwich.
Fucking call back. Fenris had another question for us. She has a few more questions for us. Sci-fi or fantasy?
I feel like we're going to be divided here because I will take sci-fi over fantasy almost every time.
I will take fantasy over sci-fi.
I figured.
Yeah. It's okay. We can fight these different wars.
I'm not a huge fantasy person. Game of Thrones I loved, but like I'm not usually into the like medieval stuff like that. Yeah, but I love fucking science fiction.
And I mean, I love them both, but if I had to choose one or the other, I'm going fantasy.
I'm taking Star Wars over Lord of the Rings. Because there's only one return, and it ain't of the king. It's of the Jedi.
Fucking Star Wars nerd. Fenris also asked, what is your favorite gaming platform? We all know what mine is.
Yeah.
So
Dalton's PC Master Race. I prefer...
Well, yeah, I was going to say, PC, but if I had to choose one of the consoles, I'd go PlayStation. But
so I prefer Xbox. And the way I explain it to people nowadays, I'm like, the consoles themselves are not that much different. I was like, really, when you're picking a console to play outside of, you take exclusive games out of the mix, which controller do you like better? I like the layout of an Xbox controller better, so I play Xbox. But now, like, I have a PS5. When God of War comes out, when Spider-Man 2 comes out, The Last of Us Part, like any of those games, I'm going to buy them. I'm going to play them on my PS5. But third-party titles, like AAA titles and stuff that are on both consoles, I tend to lean towards Xbox over PlayStation. There is a game coming out. It's called, I couldn't remember the name earlier, and I can't remember now. It's like a 4-person squad game where you're fighting vampires. But I actually talked to Ostara about it. It's Red something. Red Canyon or some, like, it's like the name of the town where they're at. But I can't remember. Somebody's yelling at their phone right now.
Is it Redfall?
Redfall, maybe. Yeah, I think that might be it.
I think I remember that because people thought it was an Elder Scrolls thing at first.
Yeah. With
Daggerfall and things like that.
But I talked to Ostara about it because Ostara's on PS5. My buddy Bill is on PS5. And I'm like, it's a 4-person squad. So I'm like, that's 3 of, if I go on PS5, that's 3 of us that will play it right there. So if we can find one more person, maybe you'll have a PS5 by then. We can all just play together. And I think that would be a lot more fun than trying to either play with AI or play with random people. I hate playing with random people online. Fuck people online.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure there's somebody listening to this that'll be like, I'll jump in.
Oh yeah, absolutely, dude. We have some great listeners.
Oh yeah.
Me, Nate, and Willie played some Left 4 Dead the other day. Left 4 Dead 2. And
nice.
It's great, dude.
We need to play Back 4 Blood.
I need to buy Back 4 Blood.
You, Nate, and Willie need to play Back 4 Blood together. I think it's cross-platform. I'm not sure. Might not be.
I don't know. Usually there's some issues between console and PC because of, it's not fair they have mouse and keyboard and shit like that.
The good thing about that game is it's your,
co-op.
you're co-op. You're not against each other. And the game, like, I played it with, I think I just played it solo, but like, the game is fucking fun as hell.
Oh yeah. Sorry, folks. It's 3 o'clock.
Yeah, it's 3 in the morning.
If you woke up and could choose between the power of teleportation or flying, which would you pick and why?
Teleportation. Because even if you can fly, it's still going to take you time to get places.
I'm going to fly because it takes time to get places, and I can look around and enjoy the scenery.
I guess. I just hate having to use time for anything.
Taking away the moments that
I want that fucking remote from Click, and I'm just going to pause it and then just never unpause it.
That remote from Click that ruined his life.
I mean, if you can make this shit show worse, be my fucking guest.
Fair enough. Do you have a favorite superpower? And that's the last question that we got from Fenris, I believe. Oh, no, it's not.
Favorite superpower? I don't know that I have a favorite. I've always thought like super strength would be really cool. I've always thought invulnerability would be really cool. Fucking X-ray vision. Fucking seeing some titties. Like that fucking episode of Family Guy where it's like Lois Lane is in there crying with a bunch of other women. And like Clark comes in and he's like, "What's wrong?" She's like, "All the women in the office have breast cancer." And he's like, "The doctor said it looks like our breasts have been x-rayed 5 times a day for the last 10 years.
You know, here's the thing about x-ray vision. When you look at someone's x-ray, you see their skeleton.
Yeah.
You don't see anything. You know what I mean? So like the thing with x-ray vision is like you're going to be just like seeing their... It's like in Batman when you put on detective vision, you can see their skeleton as you're fighting them. Like, that's x-ray
That would
vision.
still be kind of cool, though.
Oh, it would be cool.
You could be a doctor.
I'm just saying.
You could just be like, "Your arm's broken, son."
Fucking kid sitting there with a fucking compound fracture. Like, what gave it away, doc?
There's a bone sticking out. What gave it away, doc? It's like, "Oh, I have x-ray vision, son." He's like, "I fucking apparently do too. Can you fucking fix it?" And I don't do that.
That'll be $5,000.
No,
have some aspirin.
That'll be $16,000. You didn't fucking do anything.
They're $250 a piece.
Yeah.
Here you go.
What about you? You had any favorite superpowers?
How about the power of flight? Does that do anything for you?
This levitation
home.
How about the power to kill a yak from 200 yards away with mind bullets? That's telekinesis, Kyle. How about the power to move you? Oh, fucking great.
I really like psychic powers, so like telekinesis, pyrokinesis, things like that, like super cool.
I don't want to be able to read anybody's mind though, because I feel like that's going to just really piss me off.
I would love to be able to read people's minds.
I feel like it would just hurt my feelings.
I would use it against customers. Like if they walk up and they're like, "Oh, this guy looks like he's going to be an asshole," I'll just be super nice to him. Or if they walk up and be like, "This guy's super nice," I'm going to be like, "Sup, bitch.
Sup, bitch.
Sup, bitch."
Oh, you buying some fucking hemorrhoid cream? You got some fucking grapes growing down there on your asshole, bitch?
Being able to like mentally like look at somebody and mold the way they're thinking would be really cool.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. Like the Purple Man in Jessica Jones. He could that'd be a cool superpower to have, where you could just like make people do shit with your mind,
bend people to your will. I was thinking like that, or along the lines of like Jedi mind trick, where you're just like somebody's like freaking out because you're
like, "Settle down, bitch," and they're like, "Okay,
calm yourself," and they're like, "Okay, I'll calm myself." Like that would be fucking.
You know what I always thought would be really cool? Did you ever watch Chronicle, the movie with Michael B. Jordan, Miles Teller, and Dane DeHaan? Where they like found some meteor or some shit and they got like superpowers.
I remember my dad talking to me about that movie because he watched it and thought it was really good.
So fucking good. But they have like, I guess telekinesis, or you can like move shit with your mind. I always thought that'd be really cool because you could like play in golf tournaments and shit, and it's like, "Oh, make a hole in one on this hole and win a brand new Lexus," and you can just hit the ball and then just use your mind to make it go in the hole.
Or was it Family Guy? What was Jesus? And he's like, "Oh, close next time, Jesus." Oh yeah, yeah. Just like sitting. So we got I say a new listener. Apparently, DG's been at least listening to the Steam Machine for like a year and just decided to join the Discord.
Well, there we go.
But
he has a fuck
DG
marry
hit
kill.
us with a bunch of fuck marry kills.
Yeah.
So first one up, fuck marry kill: bicycles, roller skates, skateboards.
This one's tough for me because I loved roller skating as a kid. So I'm going to probably say... I'm probably going to say fuck roller skates. I'm probably going to marry the bicycle because I feel like it's going to be easier to get around on. So I'm going to have to kill the skateboard because skateboards have tried to kill me more than once.
I'm going to fuck the skateboards because they're fun. I'm going to marry the bicycle because, again, it's the
most reliable.
Yeah, it's like the best way to get around out of the three. And I'm going to kill roller skates because, like, I don't need broken ankles.
See, I love roller skating though.
This next one's harder for me. Number 2, fuck marry kill: cereal, waffles, pancakes.
I'm going to kill cereal just because it's the worst of these 3 choices for me. Probably going to fuck waffles and marry pancakes because I make pancakes more than I make waffles. But waffles are really fucking good when you make them. So
I'm going to fuck cereal. I'm going to marry waffles. I'm going to kill pancakes because here's why. Waffles and pancakes are basically the same thing. Waffles are superior.
Yeah, I can see that.
I think it was Nate that said that I was crazy for thinking that he thinks pancakes are way better. But
waffles, if you make waffles with pancake mix, it's basically a pancake with cups to hold the syrup for you.
Yeah, and the butter. And
See, I don't butter my waffles or pancakes though. So
what?
Yeah, I don't butter them.
I won't blame you. I won't blame you for that. Anybody else, I would just be like having a
Dalton's
conversation
like,
with them right now.
Scratch Jeremy off friends list. Add
again
butter to friends list.
With butter?
Like it, because I'll get pancakes at a restaurant. There's always like a fucking spoon-sized glob of butter on it.
Fucking right, and there better be one on each pancake.
I just fucking scoop it off and put it to the side. Jonathan, my kid, loves butter on his pancakes. Like he wants that shit smeared. Like he's literally eaten butter out of the tub before. Like we didn't let him do that. He just kind of did.
Yeah, I get it
because he thought it would be funny. But yeah, he loves. I'm not a huge I love butter on toast. I like it, but I don't smear it on my pancakes. I just put maple syrup on it, and I've even been told I don't put that much syrup on them. Because I just I'll take my stack of pancakes, I'll lift it up to where there's just the bottom pancake. I'll woota with the syrup. I'll lay it down, woota on the next one, and just work my way up the tower. I usually get like a 3 stack or a 5 stack, depending on how big they are. And I just fucking slice and dice. And
I do like a good stack of flapjacks.
Oh, yeah.
That's
the one thing pancakes have over waffles, is I like the density. So you can get like 5 pancakes, you cut a fucking chunk like this big, and
it's a cake at that
you
point.
Get all 5 of them at once and just like open your mouth, like unhinge your jaw like a snake and just go and just shove all 5 pancake chunks in your mouth and just be like, and just disgust everybody around you in the fucking Denny's that you're at.
Yeah. What the fuck is up, Denny's?
Yeah. What's up? What the fuck is up, Denny's? King Dingaling is here for the 5 stack. Don't bring me no goddamn silver dollars. I'll smack the shit out of you. You saw what I did to Biden when he came over. So,
fuck, marry, kill: brownies, cookies, and cupcakes.
This one's tough, but I'm gonna have to kill. I'm gonna have to kill cookies because
I'm marrying cookies.
I fucking love brownies. I'll probably marry cupcakes and fuck brownies because I do eat cupcakes more than I eat brownies. But like the Betty Crocker fucking brownies, like you make them kind of like fudgy. Fucking great.
You just like making things fudgy. Cookies, brownies, your cock.
Yeah. I make my cock fudgy. I don't eat that though. I don't lick the batter off of that one.
So I'm gonna marry cookies because I absolutely adore cookies. Any kind. Fucking give me an oatmeal raisin cookie and I'll be happy.
You know what one of my favorite cookies is?
Yeah.
A freshly baked big ass sugar cookie. Just like where it's still like it comes out of the oven and it's all kind of doughy and like just falling apart when you pick it up.
Yeah, bud. That with a glass of milk.
Oh yeah.
So I'm marrying cookies. So I'm gonna marry cookies. I'm gonna fuck cupcakes because I actually prefer cupcakes over actual cake because it's harder to make a cupcake fucking dry.
Sure.
Like cupcakes usually come out pretty moist.
That's what she said.
I'm going to kill brownies because here's the thing with brownies and me. There is only a section of the brownie pan that I'm going to really enjoy, and that is the very center.
Yeah.
I don't do edge pieces.
I don't understand people who are like, the edge is the best. No, the fuck it's not. That center is all fucking gooey and soft all the way through.
Not only that, it doesn't taste burnt. Like you get that burnt flavor on the edges, which is why they're hard and crispy. And I understand that that's the appeal to the people who like that.
I don't like that. I like that center.
I
will literally get that brownie and like cut right at that, like you said, the crispy, crunchy edge, go right inside of that and cut a big ass rectangle out and just take that. I'll just leave everybody else the crispy, crunchy edges.
If I were a restaurant and I was serving brownies, I would absolutely cut those edges off and be like, have another dish that's like a bowl of ice cream with brownie edges on it or something.
Oh yeah.
Call it like instead of like beef tips, it's brownie tips.
Yeah.
Starburst, Skittles, or Sour Patch Kids.
This is easy.
This one's hard for me.
This one's easy for me because I don't like Skittles or Starburst. So I'm gonna fuck and marry Sour Patch Kids, and I'll kill the other two.
You're probably gonna get put on a Sour Patch list too,
probably
for fucking Sour Patch Kids.
I'll do the Sour Patch Big Kids.
Jesus Christ.
Maybe they're at the age of consent.
I meant to tell you, in Walgreens the other day, I thought about you because not only did we have a bag of the Sour Patch Kids big ones, but we also still sell Sour Patch Extreme.
Oh, you're going to have to buy a couple of those and like mail them to me.
Yeah, for sure.
They are fucking great. I can't find them anywhere. Maybe I should check the Walgreens up here. I haven't seen them there, but maybe I should check.
Go I fuck the candy aisle. Just really look in there.
Oh, yeah.
Because also I saw today, you know how they have the Sour Patch watermelon?
Yeah.
They have Sour Patch strawberry.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck?
I want to say that's the ones Ostara said she didn't like because they taste like strawberry medicine. So, she said, I think that's what, I might be wrong, but I think that's what she said.
I like Dr. Pepper because Dr. Pepper's got like a medicine-y flavor to it.
I want those fucking blueberry Sour Patch Kid bags, which is all blue Sour Patch Kids.
All blue or all grapes.
If I could just get a big bag of blue and green Sour Patch Kids and that's it. And I know you can like go on their website, you can custom order bags with whatever you want in it. I might have to just do that like as a treat to myself one time.
So I love all three of these candies, but like if I had to like hard choose, I'm gonna fuck Skittles, marry Sour Patch Kids, and I'm gonna kill Starburst.
Okay.
Starburst hurt my teeth the most.
Yeah, I can see that. They're very like sticky in your teeth.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I don't like that sensation.
Star Wars, Star Trek, Stargate.
Kill Stargate. I'm not a Trekkie. I'm a Star Wars fan all the way through. So I'm probably going to marry Star Wars, but I will fuck Star Trek because, you know, Nichelle Nichols was on there. She was pretty smoking. Deanna Troi was on Next Generation. She's a smoke show.
I'm going to fuck Star Wars, marry Star Trek because of Next Generation, and I'm going to kill Stargate just because I'm least familiar with Stargate.
Yeah, I'm not. No, you know the most knowledge I have of Stargate? It's not a Stargate. It's a Fargate. Get it? It goes far.
Is that the show with the like the robot that like take over human Cylons? I think they're called.
I think so.
Okay, then I do know a little more about that than I thought.
Babylon 5.
No.
Stargate. Let's see.
Cylons. You should just Google Cylons, like Cylons or something like that. Cylons.
I can see Cylons in my head. I just don't know what they're from.
Yeah, I can too. I can see them marching in that opening sequence to whatever show it was.
Battlestar Galactica.
Battlestar Galactica. So we were both kill Stargate.
Stargate is military science fiction adventure television series. Yeah, I don't even know any of these people that were in it. Like, yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Like I said, the only thing I really know about Stargate is that Aqua Teen Hunger Force with the fucking aliens. They made a Stargate so they could steal cable from Aqua Teen Hunger Force. He's like, is that a Stargate? He's like, it's not a Stargate. It's a Fargate. We are not getting sued. Okay, last fuck, marry, kill.
Tater tots, potato wedges, waffle fries.
Kill waffle fries. Not a fan. Tater tots are my favorite. So I'm going to say marry tater tots. Tater tots are next level starchy side. But I will fuck with some potato wedges if they're seasoned right. If they're not seasoned right, they're fucking gross. But if they're seasoned right...
Or if they're not cooked long enough, you get that weird crunchy potato middle. Ugh.
Yeah. Or if they're overcooked and it's super, like, mushy in the middle. I like... There's a fine window of both seasoning and cook time. But if you get them right, holy shit, they will launch you into the stratosphere.
But for that reason, I'm going to kill potato wedges because they're too easy to fuck up. True. I'm going to marry tater tots because, yes, they are the pinnacle of potato. And, which, I had a friend of mine, Megan, the other day, asked me to write a song about potatoes since, like, there's this song about corn going around that I still need to listen to, apparently.
That fucking video. Do you need to watch the original video where the guy interviews the kid? He's just, I just like corn. And he was like, ever since somebody told me that corn was real, like, I don't know why he said it though. He's like, yeah, ever since somebody told me that corn was real and I tried it, I just really like it. Oh my God, dude, it's fucking great. He's like, it's just corn.
But yeah, I'm going to fuck waffle fries because they're pretty good.
I'm just not a fan of I don't know. Maybe it's because Chick-fil-A sells them and I don't like Chick-fil-A, but I'm just...
I've never eaten Chick-fil-A that I know of.
I just don't like waffle.
So, like,
I think
had
it's...
other places.
I don't know. The consistency or something of them, I just don't like them. I feel like they cool down too fast. You kind of want your fries to stay hot. I feel like waffle fries cool down really fast.
That's fair. That's one thing I have against shoestring fries. I love shoestring fries, but you got to eat them quick.
You got to eat them hot. Yeah, they got to be hot or they are gross.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I saw a TikTok the other day. It was one of those like somebody was making a video and then somebody like cuts in with their video as like a reaction. So this chick at the beginning is like, all she says at the beginning is, if you want to save the semen as a snack for later. She's talking about fucking cum, saving it for a snack later on. And this other chick cuts in. She's like, no, thank you. I was like, I feel like when it comes to that, it's kind of like fast food French fries. Like, you only get one shot at it. Not going to taste as good later on. Have you ever tried to heat up McDonald's French fries? It just doesn't work. I feel like that's going to be the case with this.
Truth. We have made it to the final page, sir.
Yes.
The last two questions. First one coming from Fenris. Would you rather obtain $1 million in cash for 1 month or a penny doubled in value every day for 1 month?
So this is an old joke or like a strategical question. And so, of course, a penny a day doubled because it ends up being much more than $1 million.
A penny a day doubled. I did this math earlier today. Comes out to be a little over $5 million.
Yeah, $5,368,709.12.
Yeah. So that is the answer that I'm going to go with.
I'm going to go with that.
And the final question is from Jeff. And this one I had to think about because I was like, what the fuck did the truck serve? What was your favorite ice cream from the ice cream truck?
Push pops or push-ups.
Oh, the Flintstones things?
Fucking toilet paper roll full of ice cream or full of orange sherbet. The best.
Full of sherbet. Yeah,
we didn't have ice cream trucks because I lived in the country, so we didn't have like ice cream trucks came to our house, but I have like eaten ice cream from an ice cream truck before, and that's usually my go-to.
Yeah. See, I have vague memories of them from when I lived in Jacksonville because once I moved to Keystone, there was no fucking ice cream truck here. the only thing here would be like a truck trying to sell you Jesus.
Yeah.
But I remember I really liked the character ones, even though they didn't taste all that great. They always came with gumballs.
Yeah, so, like Sonic had a gumballs for eyes. There was Ninja Turtles.
I liked the Ninja Turtle one.
I want to say there was a Superman one.
But I have always been a sucker for those fucking ice cream bars that is the strawberry shortcake with all the little crumbs on the outside of it.
I know what you're talking about.
Motherfucker, those are good.
Orange creamsicles. I used to like those too.
Creamsicles are fire.
Orange creamsicles
one of the drunkest I've ever been in public was because we were at the beach and this girl pissed me off, and what did I do to compensate? I just pounded my drinks. I was drinking Pinnacle Cream Vanilla Vodka with orange soda.
Yep.
In the middle of the blazing sun in Florida on the beach, and I blacked out.
Nice.
That's a story for another time, though. In fact, you can even put that as the first topic for next week if you want. It's Dalton's blacked out in St. Augustine story. But yeah, with that, well, you said your favorite was Push Pops.
Push Pops favorite, orange creamsicles. Second favorite.
I always got Push Pops from the store.
We did too.
They were the
but you could get them from the ice cream truck.
So good.
Yeah, there was the Flintstone Push Pop. What was your favorite color?
Ooh, probably red.
Yeah, there was orange, red, and purple. I always liked the purple.
I mean, I love grape, anything, so purple was probably fantastic. But I just remember always really liking the red. The orange I could give or take.
Yeah, everybody liked either purple or red. Nobody liked orange. So the box would always be like only orange left, because it was a box of like 12 and it was like 4 of each color. So there's 4 orange ones in there, and we're like, Mom, we need more push-ups. And she's like, no, you don't. There's some in there. And look, they're the orange ones. We don't want those. She's like, well, you got to eat them or we're not getting any new ones. So we would just be like, and just like eat them really fast so we could get the good ones. Man, shout out to Hanna-Barbera, man. They pimped the fuck out of the Flintstones in the 90s, man. We were taking vitamins. We were eating ice cream.
Yeah, I remember them Flintstone vitamins. They actually tasted good.
Nobody was watching the cartoon in the 90s. They were way better cartoons to watch, but we were eating the fuck out of Flintstones licensing.
You know, when I was younger, I really did enjoy Boomerang. Like, that would show, like, the Flintstones, the Jetsons.
Oh, the old Hanna-Barbera stuff, yeah.
I did enjoy that.
Well, see, I was, because you're what, 30?
Yeah.
So I'm 6 years older than you. So Boomerang came around when I was a little bit older, but I always loved like Nickelodeon, Saturday morning, like ABC cartoons. Did you ever watch the Addams Family cartoon?
I vaguely remember
that cartoon was great. What was the one that had like Bobby's World, Louie, something like it was 2 other shows. I can't remember. I remember Bobby's World. I remember Louie, which was the one of Louis Anderson as a kid. Yeah.
And then wasn't it Pepper Ann and Recess? Wasn't that block? It was like a ABC Saturday Morning or something like that? I don't
think so. Let's see. I think that was after this.
Saturday morning. I mean, yeah, I was younger than you, so it probably...
Life with Louie was...
Dude, I just want to say, I was watching some Louis Anderson stand-up the other day, and that motherfucker could tell a story.
He's pretty funny. I don't know. I can't find it now. But yeah, there was like Addams Family cartoons. Like, dude, the fucking Sonic cartoons used to be like Saturday morning. I would get up. It was funny how much I loved Pokemon. I would get up at like 6 a.m. because an episode of Pokemon came on at like 6:30. So I would get up, get ready, get my Pop-Tart for breakfast and my orange juice or tea or whatever, and I would sit down in the living room and I would watch an episode of Pokemon before we had to leave for school. Every fucking weekday morning.
That's some dedication, man.
Oh, yeah.
Pokemon came on here after we got out of school, so I would just watch it then.
Yeah, well, I got up and watched it in the morning. Loved it.
You psycho.
Yeah.
Well, on that note, my good sir, it is 3:30 in the morning.
It is. I'm fucking tired. My throat has I have like a stinging feeling in my throat every now and then now. Like, we're done.
My stomach has been growling at me for like an hour. Like, bro, put some fucking food in me. So, we'd like to give a shout out to our wonderful patrons, Jeff and Kana. You guys rock.
If you would like to become a patron, go to patreon.com/YabsPod. For $1 a month, you get a shout out on the show. For $5 a month, you get a shout out and you get our extra BS episodes, which we just recorded one a couple of days ago. That's out now. I know Jeff has listened to it because he was commenting on it. It was about our passions and what our passions are and why we got into them. So you want to hear more of us? Yep. $5 a month.
Yeah. And that's over, like he said, patreon.com/YabsPod.
Do you get a shout out for $1 or you just get the episode early?
No, you get a shout out for $1.
Okay. Shout out for $1.
$1 a month gets you a shout out.
Yeah. You get something. And, give us money. We'll give you stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. It's and then let's see. Oh, if you want to send us an email, like if you don't want to ask us something in the Discord, although I feel like everybody who listens to this is probably in the Discord and asks questions at this point.
I feel like at this point, probably so.
If you're new here, and you would like to send us an email instead of, if you want to ask us something more personal that maybe you don't want people to know is you, I should say, email us at...
we will keep your anonymity.
Yet another bspod@gmail.com. And we'll keep your shit secret and we'll talk about it. And maybe, if you need some advice or something, we can help you with it. Facebook.com/group/yet another BS podcasts. It's pretty dead over there, but we'd still like to see you.
Yeah, I still post the weekly Photoshop in Facebook.
On Twitter, you can find us at YabsPod, YABSPOD. You can find him at Just Call Me Jezza. You can find me at Super Nerd Dalton. If you would like to, so I post our episodes each and every week on our website, which is yabspod.wordpress.com, along with the picture that Jeremy photoshops for the questions and things, and also our songs of the week I embed on there. And
which I still want to go back, and I may try to do it this week, start working on a Spotify playlist of all our songs of the week. So I may start working on that this week.
Yeah, that'd be super chill. Other than that, man, I believe that does it. So until next time, everyone, get back out there.
Yeah.
Tickle your butthole.
Yeah. Stick an egg up your butt and see how long you can go without breaking it.
Take it easy, guys.